It's game night in Central Texas. The field is ready, the fans are gathering, soon the lights will be on, and we are ready to fire up the mics and bring it all to you. It's game night in Central Texas, and it's all right here on KMAX Sports.
This is the KMAX Sports Network.
Ask most folks around these parts that know Texas high school football. The consensus is the 9-team District 13-6A is one of the most competitive in the area, if not the state. Last Friday night, Westwood faced one of the toughest teams in the district and suffered their first loss of the season. Tonight, the good guys look to get back on track, facing a crosstown old rival who now finds a new address in 13-6A. Good evening, everybody. We welcome you to John Gupton Stadium in the Leander Independent School District on the campus of Vista Ridge High School for Westwood Warrior Football and the Westwood Warrior Sports Network, powered by KMAX Sports and Vype Media. Rodney Rodriguez, along with Stephen Kabler, Dr. Sang Cow, twisting and tweaking the dials, making sure that this sounds just the way we want it to sound for you tonight. And Brendan McLaughlin, back at the KMAC Broadcast Studios, our Quality Assurance Administrator. As we move into the district now, one game down in the books, the Hendrickson Hawks, who are going to be in an amazing game tonight. But Stephen, looking to rebound as Westwood tonight, you have to put that one in the rearview mirror.
Absolutely, Rodney. That's one of those things that you go into that game hoping to get a good result, but really that Hendrickson team is just a train going downhill. It's going to be hard to stop them all season, especially when they get rolling like the way they were rolling. And you just got to get past that one almost the moment you get off the bus on Friday night when you get home. Just forget about that one and move on, and hopefully Coach Wood has got these kids past that one and on to this next one. An absolutely winnable game here at Vista Ridge.
And I think you take the positives out of that game. Obviously, you got to get some other legs in there. You got to get some work against a really good defense and offense, for that matter. But not a lot happening on the injury front. So you got away. The results on the scoreboard pretty bad, but you did get away in pretty good shape.
I tend to agree with that, and we did see some good things at the end of that game that were leading to some things to improve on.
Right.
And things that you really like to see from your team going forward. Some good awareness in the pocket from R.J. Martinez, some good route running from your receivers, some good blocking and inside and outside running from your running backs. And so although you don't get the result that you want at the end of the game, you do see some good things coming out of that game to help you move forward going into the rest of district play.
And Vista Ridge comes in, they're winless. They're 0-3, of course, Westwood at 2-1. 0-3's Vista Ridge. It's been a tough sled for them moving back into 6A here with this Round Rock ISD district that we talk about now, Leander ISD. What a great concept this really is. But it's been tough sledding for Vista Ridge. They look to rebound tonight. But this series does belong to Westwood. Westwood leads it 3-1. The only loss a couple of years ago, back in 2017. 56-49, Vista on top of Westwood, but Westwood has been the king of this series. Our broadcast tonight presented by the Westwood Warrior Football Booster Club and their sponsors, the ATX Football, the Austin Youth Football League, Fabulous Affairs Catering. You can find them at fabulousaffairscatering.com. Ferguson, Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery, a brand new location over in Northwest Austin. We'll talk about that a little bit later tonight. Flicks Brew House, Nasal and Sinus Center of Austin. Torchy's Tacos at 620 in Anderson Mill. Whataburger, one of our favorites right there, at 620 and Lake Creek Parkway. Jenny Ray Photography, Ed Lundry Real Estate Agent. You can be a part of that if you'd like. Warriorsports.org, the official website of Westwood Warrior Football, Westwood Warrior Athletics. Couple of dates you want to throw at you coming up. October the 5th, that'll be the McNeil game. Parking lot party at Westwood after that ball game. Go celebrate, hopefully, a victory over McNeil in that one. That'll be fun over at campus. And then during the bye week, October 12th, Spirit Night at the aforementioned Whataburger at 620 and 183. Come see the Warrior team and get up close and personal with them. It'll be a nice bye week there to get some stuff healed up and get ready for what is hopefully going to be a playoff push. So your thoughts coming into this one? We talked about Vista, maybe sledding. They've had some injury problems, but they've got some veteran guys. Your thoughts moving into this tonight for the good guys to come out on top?
Well, it's one of those games where you really can't look forward. It's one of those games where you've got to stay concentrated on the here and now and and come out here and execute the way you know you can execute
The beauty of this Gupton Stadium is if we look right here to the right from our broadcast position, here shortly you'll see the lights on over at the Palace. So I'll tell you, Texas high school football, it's in and of itself just a crazy thing.
You can throw a rock from one stadium to the next.
Exactly. Taking a look at those district standings, Stony Point, who is off this week, they're 1-0 along with Vandergrift, Henderson, and McNeil. Westwood, Leander, Vista Ridge, and Round Rock, or Vista Ridge, not Round Rock. Round Rock on the bye week last week. They're playing their first district game tonight, but everybody else mentioned before that is 0-1. On the calendar tonight in 13-6A, you've got Leander taking on Cedar Ridge. That'll be over at the Palace. McNeil at Round Rock. That'll be a good one over at Dragon Stadium. And then that beauty over at the field. The Vandergrift Vipers on the road to take on Hendrickson. Gosh, dog it. We need a screen in here to kind of follow that one.
That's going to be the marquee matchup. Of course, having already played Hendrickson and knowing how good that team is, and then seeing Vandergrift, what they've already done in their first 3 games, you know that's going to be one of those games to really watch. So, of course, listen here to your Westwood Warriors playing. We'll keep you updated all night long. You know, Rodney coming in with that Whataburger scorebird.
Double meat. That's a triple meat matchup right there.
That is a triple meat match.
With a side of chorizo.
Some chili cheese fries, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big old sweet tea. That's going to be a good one. Yeah, we will keep you updated on the Whataburger scoreboard tonight on that. Time to head to one of our favorite segments, probably our favorite segment of the week, and it is our weekly chat with the Chief. Head coach Anthony Wood. He talks about the prior game and looks forward to the game tonight. Let's go to our chat with the Chief. Westwood pregame show continues. Our pregame conversation, our chat with the Chief, head coach Anthony Wood. As always, presented by the Westwood Football Booster Club, warriorsports.org. Game time interview here on Friday. And, Coach, we'll quickly look back on last Friday. We knew that was going to be a tall order. Really good Hendrickson team there last week.
Oh, they were. They were a good football team. They came out and didn't make any mistakes. I mean, they came out, played hard, physical, and got after us pretty early. And so, unfortunately, when you get down early against a team like that, it's really hard to respond and rebound. And so it was just a tough night all around.
That is a situation, though, for you guys as a staff where you're facing a team like that that's projected to go pretty good ways in playoff stuff. How does that make you guys improve when you're facing a group like that?
Well, they just give us things that we're not able to simulate in practice. You know, they've got size and speed that we don't have the speed that we can simulate in practice, and so they're able to give us some things that we're not able to practice against. And so it's a good game to play early in district play, so you can figure out where you're deficient and make corrections in order to take care of those things.
Good week coming out of that. We'll talk about Vista Ridge here in just a second. Quickly want to ask you, sub-varsity football. It's all about, we talk about Friday nights with our broadcasts, but sub-varsity levels, how's that looking so far this year for the good guys?
I tell you what, we actually have 4 teams. We have 2 freshman teams and 2 JV teams, and it's been about 5 years since we've been able to field four sub-varsity teams. So I'm very proud. I'm very happy with the fact that our numbers have increased and we're getting more participation. We're still not where we want to be competitive-wise, but that's just, we call things football IQ. We've got to have, we've got to understand the game better, and we've got to be able to understand what it takes to win. And so those are some of the things at the sub-varsity level that need to work on. But the great thing is that we've got 4 teams, which means a lot of kids are getting to play, and we're going to be able to figure out what kids are going to be able to help us down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Numbers in the program, definitely a good thing. Getting ready to get back at it here tonight here at Gupton, taking on a Vista team. They've had a little bit of trouble, a lot of mistakes for them last week against a pretty good McNeil team. Your thoughts here as you get ready to take on the Rangers?
Oh, I think they've got a great coaching staff. Coach Vincent and I used to work together, and so he's a quality head coach. They've got a great program. They've had they give up big plays in their play-action game. They do a great job of running the football, but play-action is where they hit you on the big play. So we've got to make sure that they don't get a cheap one on us, and that we take care of special teams. If we do those things, we should be okay.
Coach, I know we'll have a nice contingent here. This is theoretically right down the road, so we'll cheer you on from up top, and hopefully you bring us a big W for win.
That's the plan. Go Wood.
Absolutely. Pre-game show continues in a moment. our weekly chat with the Chief. So it was a little behind the scenes there. We were trying to time that and go right down to the field, but the flag core's not moving yet. So we'll bring it back up here. So a couple of things Coach Wood talked about there. Kind of the same thing that we were just discussing. Put it in the rearview mirror and move on. Plenty of football left to happen around here.
Well, that's the good thing about it. You know, it's your first district game. Get that one out of the way and move on to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Captain's out on the field as we get ready for the coin toss. And taking a look, of course, Ethan Brown out on the field. Will Clitheroe, he's in civilian clothes. That's not a good sign. Talked about the injuries. James Jarman is out there as well. A lot of seniors out there, as well as senior captain Mario Debs. And, of course, one of our favorites. We love them all, but Zach Hoover getting pretty near and dear to our hearts. Hoover! As looks like they're doing a couple of special festivities out there for the coin toss. They've got some dignitaries out from Vista Ridge waving at the crowd, so I don't know what that's all about, but hopefully it's something important. Oh, they are just waving away out there. That's pretty cool. Team's still out there. Gupton Stadium, beautiful facility right here with Leander ISD. It's sitting right here in this vastly populated, ever-growing, one of the largest growing areas in the whole state of Texas, and this is a gorgeous stadium and very well maintained. It does look like they're ready down there.
And there's some other places in Texas that have not been so lucky with that.
Yep. So we're getting ready to go down to the field presentation. The colors coming up, and then it will be the national anthem presented by the Pride of Vista Ridge, the Vista Ridge Ranger Band.
And now, the Vista Ridge High School Ovation Choir will sing our national anthem.
Just as we said, the Vista Ridge Choir performing tonight's national anthem. Never know what they're gonna throw at us, but as always, a great job by those young folks as they work very hard at those extracurricular activities, and super cool they get to be out on the field and do that. Uniforms tonight, pretty simple. As Steven said, it's Tech against Texas, as you've got the Road Warriors there in the Stormtrooper whites tonight. Gray pants, white jerseys, burnt orange numerals. They've got the white helmets with the silver and burnt orange feathers. W for win in the back for the homestanding Vista Ridge Rangers tonight. Black pants, black shirts, white jerseys trimmed, or white numbers trimmed in red numerals. And they've got the black helmets with the VR matte black helmets they have with the VR on the side. Pretty sharp looking helmets there Vista Ridge has.
I do agree with that. There's my favorite helmet style is the matte color on the helmet style. When you get the original matte black look,
heck yeah.
I think that look is so clean.
Yeah, it is.
give them the edge in jerseys, and we'll take the edge in the scoreboard tonight. How do you think about that?
Yeah. You know, it's funny though, but those Stormtrooper whites, man, you talked about it. They're just so clean. Was down on the field when we were doing the chat with the chief, and you actually walk up to it, and it's a very bold burnt orange, and they look pretty sharp. None of that matters. Let's see who it
for the Warriors to start quickly.
Yes.
You know? It looked like they were going to be able to do that last week, and they hold on the opening drive. They hold Hendrickson to the field goal, and then just really couldn't come out and answer with the offense. I think if they come out here quick, get points on the board very, very quickly, and see what the defense can do after that, I think it could be a real long night here for the Rangers, which is something that we really would like to see from the team tonight.
No doubt. Seth Hughes will put it on the tee and kick it off from the 40-yard line. He'll kick it right to left. Dropping back, Robbie Jing and Nate Anderson. They stand back at the 5-yard line. They're going to run this left to right as we get ready to go. District game number 2 from Cedar Park, John Gupton Stadium, Vista Ridge and Westwood, and we're underway. Nice deep kick. This is going to take Jing all the way back to the 3. He'll bring it out from there, the 15, the 20. He actually goes down at the 18. Nice coverage there from Vista Ridge. Is down on the stop was Kellen Janda. It'll be first down there for R.J. Martinez and his offense.
Looked like there may have been not the greatest communication there. I think Jing was supposed to maybe head left. It looked like he had a few more blockers up to the left side, but maybe he saw a hole out to the right side. Wasn't quite able to get out to the 20, 25-yard line, but like we always say, just a few just padding the yard stats, just padding the stats.
James Jarman, Josh Lott will be the tackles. Danny Vasquez and Danny Lukowski will be your guards. Jason Tellez, the center. Split ends, it'll be Ian Cox, Mohan Hegde, Luca Mazzola, Robbie Jing. Starting at tailback, it's Debs, and R.J. Martinez, your starting quarterback. First play action. Over the middle, wide open, that's complete. That's you. He's at the 50. He's got nobody close. Taking that to the house. Easy going, 82 yards.
Well,
just like that.
That's exactly what we just talked about, and I'm going to bring this into my train of thought
right here. That's pretty fast.
I've seen that play action tight end slip seam from so many college teams right now. They're playing that run pass option, and Martinez just makes a perfect read, pulls the ball out, just a little dump pass over the top to the tight end there, and just lets him do the rest.
Yeah, Oliver Yu, 82 yards. Boy, Cactus Jack Elliott out early.
Hey, you know what? I love to see that. I love to see our main man Cactus Jack out there getting some leg reps in there early.
Especially with 19 seconds burned off the clock there. I'll tell you, Oliver Yu, man, he just slips underneath the coverage, and there's no linebackers. I don't know where they went.
There was nobody, absolutely nobody in the middle of the field, and I think the only bad thing you can take away from that is maybe he didn't run fast enough to score quick enough.
Yeah,
I mean, that was just absolutely the perfect play call to start the game and get off to that quick start that we just talked about.
And you know, we say there's no linebackers. That was a great quick fake by R.J. Martinez, and that kid Martinez, he just continues to amaze with the work he's doing there. I mean, he's a complete football player.
And that's one of those things that he really sells that fake to suck those linebackers up because they're thinking run, because this is a very run-heavy team.
Right.
So they're thinking first play of the game, they're just going to see where they can get with the running with running the ball, and RJ just pulls it out and then holds the ball for maybe a half a second before he releases it. Exactly what he needed to do. Puts the ball on the money. 7 points later.
Yeah.
Main man Cactus Jack out here kicking off.
Didn't even get to tell everybody. Martinez was 52 of 82, 4 touchdowns, 525 yards. Add 82 to that.
I told you they were just padding the stats.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the kick. This one kicked short. It will land at the 30. Heard a whistle blow before that went, and it was in the direction there of Naquan White. They whistled that dead, but yeah, if you just joined us, 11:41 to go in the first. Westwood leads 7-0. Huge big hitter on the first play of the ball game. No time to mess around. Westwood gets down to business. Steven said they need to start fast. They sure as heck did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did.
Had them fired up over on the visitor side. You got the tribe over there. The tribe's here in force, making the long 3.5 mile trip.
I think they walked over here.
Yeah. Probably all jumped in the back of a truck. No, you can't do that anymore. We're all country boys. You can't do that anymore.
That's a favorite pastime of ours.
Yeah. We grew up like that, for crying out loud. Here's the kick.
Try number 2.
This one will be bounces right in front of White at the 32. That ball's loose, scooped. I think Vista touched that. That's Westwood football. Woodward, Malachi Woodward, quick thinking, one hops at as it careens off a Ranger, off of Naquan White, and it's Westwood football.
And that ball looked like it was about to go out of bounds on the first hop and was kept in bounds by someone on the kicking team. I didn't quite catch the number of who had the awareness to slap that ball back in bounds, and it just popped right into the hands of Woodward there, and he almost took it to the house.
Here comes the offense. Red zone opportunity coming up here for Westwood. Second offensive play for the Warriors. Empty backfield, 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Motion man is Debs. He'll now scoot to the right of Martinez. First down play, gonna give it to Mario. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and he falls forward for a yard. Nice penetration coming in there by Jake Robertson on the stop for Vista Ridge. Vista Ridge is trying to stop the bleeding at this point.
Yeah, that's one thing they got to do is they got to rely on their defense here to make a stand. But right now, I think it's just going to be a lot of ground and pound here to try and set the tone.
Jing along with Hegde. Now the motion man is Owsley. Dual threat there. Here's Debs on the delay. He pounds forward all the way down to the 15-yard line, so a gain of 5. He'll be shy of the first down by about 3 yards, but you see Tavon Owsley out on the field. We saw him in cleanup duty last week, and now he's out there as a split end.
And this is one of those things where if you are Vista Ridge, you got to be on red alert. That's the backup quarterback there. They can run all sorts of trick plays with him in the game.
Trip formation here to the near side. Here's Martinez going to call his own number. He scoots forward. He's hit hard, but he falls forward down to the 10 for the first down. Needed to get to the 12. He falls to the 10. Paid the price for it, though. He took a big shot there from Jake Robertson.
Did take a little bit of a lick in there, but definitely worth it picking up the first down. Bounces right back up because we know he's a tough warrior there, and trying to get six or seven quick ones back up on the board.
Owsley and Cox to the far side. Hegde, Jing in the backfield now is Nate Anderson. He takes the give, running left, turns upfield at the 5, falls forward to the 4.5-yard line. So just working the ball, just ground and pound.
Yeah, nice methodical drive here. You showed off your quarterback's arm on the first play. You let him know, hey, we've got the. You get backed up 10 yards, and now you're working second and goal from the 14. May have to bring in the passing game here, but as far as we've seen so far, that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, here's Luca Mazzola. He checks in. So Mazzola will split here to the near side with Mohan Hegde. Owsley over to the far side with Robbie Jing. In the backfield, standing to the right of Martinez, is Nate Anderson. Second down and 14 for Westwood, leading 7-0. Rolling right, looking Martinez. He's going to tuck it and runs. Turns upfield at the 15. Goes out of bounds at the 12. Penalty marker flies in there right around the 15. May have another holding call there.
It looks like right in the range of another holding call. And you get off to that quick start. You get the kickoff, and you recover that, and now all of a sudden you're starting to shoot yourself in the foot.
Yep.
And you got to be able to be disciplined here, not hold, and you're putting yourself further and further behind the chains, making it a little more difficult to try and get points on the board. Even though you know that
2 yards.
So they were, like I say, just padding the stats.
What's 41 plus 41? 82.
82.
There we go. 9 minutes to go here in the first.
You know I'm no good at math, Rodney.
Oh, well, you notice these numbers there are very round that I'm using. No odd numbers. Owsley and Jing to the short side. That's the far side. Trips to the near side. One of them is Anderson. Out of the pistol. Here's Martinez from midfield. Look in that direction. Flushed out of the pocket. Pressure coming from the backside. Finds the open man. Turning upfield at the 35. Goes out of bounds at the 32 is Mohan Hegde. Nice gain on the play, but needed 41, got about, 12, 13.
But you're still going to get a chance to pin them back deep in their own territory.
Fourth and goal coming up from the 32. Can't help but laugh at that.
No, it's something you don't see very often.
It's like when you get, didn't we see one time it was like 1st and 3. Yeah. So timeout called, so the couple of coaches, as Anthony Wood, 14 years at Westwood, Rodney Vincent, 10 years at Vista Ridge. These guys, as Coach said in the chat with the Chief, they've worked together before. Nice little brotherhood here of these guys, but they know each other's tendencies. But I mean, I think I'd probably punt it.
Oh, I'd definitely punt this ball right here. You have an opportunity if you get the right punt, you get your right coverage down there. You can pin them inside their own 5-yard line and let your defense pin their ears back and really try and maybe pick up an extra 2 points and the ball back here. So I think you may see R.J. Martinez out there in the gun, and he may take a read on if he's got an open man, or just do one of those little short squib punts that you see out of it.
Do the Michael Dixon?
Right.
See that? That quick kick? Oh my goodness! Did a quick kick the other day for Seattle and pinned the other guys way down at like the 4-yard line. Just unbelievable.
Michael Dixon is
Rookie of the Year.
Unbelievable kicker.
Got to be. That anybody that's ever laughed at kickers, watch that guy for a little while.
Yeah.
4th and goal. The offense is out from the 32-yard line. Here's Lyndon Jones out on the field. We saw a lot of him last week.
Spark plug kind of guy.
Indeed. Lined up to the far side. 3 receivers there. A little bit of movement across the front. Here's Anderson shifting in motion out to the near side. RJ a little trouble looking. He's got an open man. Kind of throws that one into the ground. Looking towards Jing. I think that one might have gotten away from him.
I think he bobbled the ball at the start, so maybe he wasn't quite ready and secure with it. He had some pressure coming off his backside, and he just let that ball go a little bit early, and it just kind of ducked into the ground. But that shows the confidence that Coach Wood has in this defense.
Yep.
You turn the ball over at their 32-yard line instead of trying to pin them back, but that lets them know, hey, Coach has got confidence in us to hold this team, so let's go out there and make some plays.
So here's the Vista Ridge offense. They do have one. We finally get to see it. They go right to left. Big stop. Or breaking away from Harris. Oh, great sell once again, right up the middle. Even better play by Vicente Ochoa after a 2-yard gain. Thought we had a jet sweep happening there.
And that's just one of those read options from the quarterback. Mm-hmm. He sees Damon Harris coming off the edge, and whenever Damon Harris decides to go with the sweep option, man, he just pulls the ball real quick. But good discipline from the rest of the defensive line there to crash down on the quarterback trying to make a big run. You saw last week the quarterback run was a big issue. You can tell that they've been working on that all week in practice.
Kylan Mayberry and Webster in the backfield with Drew Cantu out of the gun. Here's Cantu, gives it to Mayberry, running right, turns upfield at the 40, gets down to about the 42-yard line. That'll be a first down, so nice wheels there out of Mayberry as Drew Cantu leads this offense. A lot of experience with Drew Cantu, the senior. As he comes in leading Rodney Vincent's offense. Line of scrimmage will now be the 43, first down for Vista Ridge in a 7-0 ball game. Westwood on top. First play of the ball game. Take it right down the field on a big hitter. Here's the 1st and 10 play. Cantu, motion man across. Cantu rolling this way, looking downfield. Pressure coming, throws a deep ball. Got a man wide open. Too long. He's looking for the tight end, Jordan Webster. Boy, Webster, very unorthodox tight end route right there.
Yeah, he had a few steps there, just kind of split the two safeties. And if that ball was on target, that's a big gain. I don't necessarily think it would have gone for a touchdown, because you did have Cam Colvin there breaking towards the ball.
2nd down and 10. Here's Cantu, swing pass over to the far side. Boy, nice job coming off the block right there and making the stop. It was Demetrius Jones. Jones was locked up with a wide receiver, just shoved him to the ground and made the stop.
And you can just see his physicality there at the line of scrimmage. I've really liked what Jones has been able to do from the corner spot. He's kind of just been that lockdown corner opposite of Zach Hoover. And whenever you've got both of those guys on opposite sides, you're able to lock down their 2 best receivers. It's really nice to see what this defense can do. 3rd
down and 4 for the Westwood defense. Here's Cantu out of the gun. Looking, he's got some time. Complete at the 40, in and out of the hands. Oh, man, going to wish he had that one back. Was Adam Fogg. That'd have been a first down and a few extra yards.
Yeah, and Adam Fogg just sits down there in the hole in the zone, and it looked like Cantu just kind of put a little extra zip on that ball, and he let it get into his chest, and it just popped right down on the ground.
We'll get you that Westwood defense here when they come back out. happening quick. Boy, it's hard to get some of these guys identified with these very quick offenses that we see. Robbie Jing drops back. He's going to stand at the 14-yard line awaiting the punt. This one nice and high. It'll be kind of short, little end over end. Knuckler takes a nice Vista Ridge bounce, and it'll be stopped somewhere right around the 16-yard line. And the Westwood offense will make their way back out, leading with 6:02 to go here in the first.
Man, that
by
ball
score
hit.
7-0.
That ball hit and went about 15 to 20 extra yards in favor of Vista Ridge. But good call right there to get away from it and not make a big mistake.
Ball will be on the far side hash mark here for the Westwood offense as they go left to right. Offense out, ready to go. Two receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Back in the backfield is Mario Debs. Standing out of the shotgun is R.J. Martinez, sophomore quarterback for the Warriors. He stands in. Warriors on top, 7-0. Here from Gupton Stadium, 13-6A battle. Couple of 0-1 teams in district. Westwood 2-1, Vista Ridge 0-3 over, making his presence felt out on the edge.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where I personally think that they're going to run that play a few times on either side, and he's going to take off and run, and then one of these times, if it's a tight game later in the game, he's going to wind up and backside throw that, and there's going to be someone wide open.
Run that Philadelphia play.
The Philly special.
The Philly special. 3rd and 1 from the 26, 5 minutes remaining. Martinez will call his own number, runs over one of his hamburgers, and picks up the first down. Took a big shot there as he had big old number 73 right in front of him, just went right over him.
It's so nice to see that your quarterback isn't afraid to bang around a little bit and pick up the extra 1 or 2 yards that you need for a first down. On a third and 2 from your side of the field, you can rely on your quarterback to put his head down, put his shoulder pads down, and get those 2 yards.
Brand new set of downs from the 27 of Vista Ridge. 2 receivers each side. Now in motion to the far side is Anderson. Here's Martinez, quick pump fake, looking, comes back to the other direction, finds Jing here open at the 28, turns upfield to the 30, down to the 35, and it'll be a nice gain and great pocket presence and poise by Martinez.
I couldn't agree more. He goes through, he reads his first check, not there. Check it down to the screen out to the outside, not there. Turns around and sees his third man in Jing and gets it out to him right on the money. Pick up 8-9 yards. I mean, it's, you got to give it to the men up front, giving him that time in the pocket. But you also got to look at Deuce down there, and he's making all the right decisions right now.
Yeah, no doubt. 2nd down and 2. Here's Martinez. Trips to the far side, empty set here to the short side. Anderson's in the backfield, rolling left, looking downfield, finds his man complete at the 46, down to the 48-yard line. Mohan Hegde, his first reception of the evening. And Hegde, just a nice grab, splitting underneath those linebackers.
And I'd just like to say these coaches are calling a fantastic game right now. It seems like every play they're calling is working, and it's being executed exactly how they want it to be. And you can tell that because they're picking up six-plus yards every play.
Just shy of the midfield stripe, 1st and 10, 3:23 to go in the first. 7-0 lead for Westwood. Going to run the jet sweep here to Anderson as he turns upfield at midfield and bounces down to the 45. We'll call it the 44. And another big hitter. Going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. 8 yards on first down for Nate Anderson.
And for Vista Ridge, that's got to be frustrating. I mean, they read that play perfectly, and that's just Nate Anderson doing Nate Anderson kind of things and making you miss and getting those extra yards. I mean, he cut back 1 or 2 times there within the span of 4 steps. You can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, that's hard to defend. Owsley and Jing to the far side. Hegde, Mazzola to the near side. In the backfield, standing to the right, is Debs. He'll take the handoff, and he finds some room off a left guard and bounces all the way down to the 36-yard line for another Westwood first down.
Every single run play that I've seen so far, by the end of it, it seems like our big guys up front are pushing off Vista Ridge players to get up because there have been pancake blocking them.
And just quick tempo. Here's Debs again. This time he runs left. He's got running room. One tackler is able to trip him up at the 30. Touchdown saving tackle by Oliver Marks.
Oh, just a shoestringer right there. Debs could see nothing but green grass in front of him, was looking in zone, and just barely got his feet tangled up by the defender right there. Great last-ditch effort by the defender to save a touchdown. But unfortunately, it looks like he may be down on the field.
Yeah, that's Luke Horn down, so the Vista Ridge medical staff will make their way out to tend to him. While they're doing that, we'll tell you about the brand new Ferguson bath kitchen.
That my parents just got through remodeling all 3 of the bathrooms in our house, and it is a lot of work.
Ain't nothing like that to spoil the fun when you got to do all that. But I will tell you, the real estate agent in me tells you that's some nice upgrades.
It's worth it in the long run.
That's exactly right. 13-6A, Leander Cedar Ridge tied at 7. McNeil and Round Rock tied at 7. Vandy leads Hendrickson 10-0 in the Super Bowl over at the field. Second down and 2 from the 28. Trips to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. That's Owsley. In the backfield's Debs. Here's a motion man, Jing. Misdirection, and Debs just pounds it to the 25 for 3 yards. That easy. Looked like effortless.
And you've really got to be happy with the offense when 3 yards does look that effortless. And it looks like when you get 8 yards, it looks like you should be only getting 3. It's got to be good to see the offense clicking like this early in the game.
First and 10 from the 25, 1:48 to go in the opening quarter. Here's the motion man, Debs, looking for the bubble screen. He's got Jing at the 30, but quickly wrapped up. Great defensive play by Vista Ridge. Colton Stahl, the senior linebacker, wraps up Jing about the time he puts his hands on the ball.
Yeah, it looked like both Jing and Martinez just kind of telegraphed that all the way. Make a pretty easy read there for the defense, and they were just able to finish the tackle.
Clock rolling, 1:20 to go here in the first. 2 receivers to each side, second down and 12. In the backfield's Debs. He stands to the left of Martinez. 5-step drop, looking for the deep ball. Throws center of the field. He's got Owsley a little long. Coverage was there, maybe half a step on Iman Allen, but just a little long on the pass.
A little long, and it looked like Owsley started creeping inside towards the post when he maybe should have just stayed straight on his route. I know he sees the back of the end zone there, but if he just takes a couple extra steps towards the boundary line on the end line of the end zone instead of leaking inside, he's got a touchdown catch right there.
Tell you one thing, I love those hamburgers. He could still be standing back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plenty of time. 3rd and 12 from the 27. Here's Martinez. Trips to the near side, rolling right, looking, lets it go, complete at the 25, hit immediately. Big hit. That right there is going to hurt tomorrow.
That's going to be one of those where you're watching film with a few ice packs on the chest and stomach there.
Elijah Jones just lays into Jing, plants him, and it's 4th and 9. The offense stays out. Cactus Jack kicked it from 33 yards against Eastview. Well, Westwood looking for the bigger prize right here. Second down and 9, 24-yard line. Here's Martinez. He's got time, looking, complete. Mazzola, but he'll be short of the first down. Oh, no, incomplete. Looked like he hauled it in, but he was hit immediately. And it falls to the carpet.
And the route was there. The ball was perfectly thrown, and it was just as soon as he catches it and turns to make a play upfield, he meets a black helmet that's hitting the ball out of his hands. And I don't know if you've ever held a football and then had a helmet hit you directly in the hands. Yeah. It's hard to hold on the ball.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah, it's holding on to the football is not really the point of emphasis at that time.
Absolutely not.
Especially with these big old monsters like we were talking about in the pregame. These guys are huge. 21 seconds remaining. Here's Vista back out on the field. Still 7-0. And coming back on the misdirections. Got some running room at the 40, the 45. The tackle made from the backside by Connor Cooper. But that's how you do it right there, Mayberry. As Mayberry comes in, quarterback change. Kyle Brown, he's the second quarterback. They've got a 2-quarterback system here, but it's all for nothing. It'll go back the other way.
And that was a great play call. Minus the holding, of course. You really just got to have a little bit better discipline on the from the front 7 there of Westwood to be able to see that delayed draw call. And there was a wide open hole, but obviously there was a holding call, so maybe someone was headed there to fill that hole, but he was unable to make that move due to a holding.
Brown, Flores, Hawkins, and Harris across the front. Potter, Ochoa, the linebackers. We'll get to the rest of them here in just a second. First down and 17 for Vista Ridge from the 17. 11 seconds remaining here in the first. Here's Brown looking downfield, shifts the other direction, and now throws a little screen pass, complete at the 15, the 30-yard line, finding the near sideline, turns upfield, and it's Colvin once again on the stop along with Cooper. Same sort of play, burns him a second time.
Yeah, it's just resorting to all the misdirection. You send everybody out to the far sideline, and your quarterback Brown just turns around and hits a screen pass towards us on the near sideline, and there's nobody there but Jones and a couple of blockers, and Demetrius Jones does well to get around the blockers, but was just unable to make the tackle there on the outside.
Westwood comes out firing. First play of the game, 82-yard touchdown. They lead 7-0. Second quarter coming up. Westwood football continues in just a moment.
Vype Media is the state's most comprehensive high school sports media outlet, covering UIL, private schools. Vype has been in Texas for over a decade. Visit their website at Vype, V-Y-P-E, Texas.com. And also pick up your Vype magazine today. Get in the game with Vype Media.
Fabulous Affairs Catering, fabulousaffairscatering.com. Exquisite food, expert coordination, gracious service. That's what they do. Fabulous Affairs Catering is proud to be a part of the Westwood family and a corporate sponsor. They have a full-service catering company serving Austin and the Austin area for 22 years and counting. Whatever your catering needs, Fabulous Affairs Catering is there to help you. fabulousaffairscatering.com. We go to the second quarter. They flip sides, and here comes Vista Ridge. They will now go left to right. First down play from their own 46 in a 7-0 ball game. Kyle Brown, the quarterback, gives Mayberry trying to find some running room. Bounces to the outside, running right, and takes a shot right there is at the 45-yard line. The contact by Cooper. Quite the meeting there, but that'll be a first down, 12 yards.
Yeah, it just looks like Mayberry's just got some quicks. It looked like he was dead to rights there, trying to run up the middle and just bounce it outside. And, whenever there's nothing up there in the middle, it means that's where all your players are, blocking up all the holes. Exactly. He was able to get around the outside and pick up those 12 yards.
So Kyle Brown in and out of the shotgun. Snap a little high on the draw. No, sir. This time it's Ethan Brown along with Harris. They slam the door on Thailand Mayberry. And
that's the defensive front that we saw in the first two games and the one that we would like to see for the rest of the season. They just blew that play up and said, nope, no sir, like you said. Yeah, Big E Brown right there. He's penetrating that line, and he's there waiting. Lightning in the horizon here at Gupton. Third down and 15. 10:23 to go here in the first half. 7-0 is the score. No rain. Two receivers to each side. Mayberry in the backfield. Here's Kyle Brown looking downfield. Got some time. Pass over the middle. Complete. Trying to stretch for the first down, but it'll be a yard shy. Is on the receiving end of that is Bryce Jones. Breaks a couple of tackles and tries to get to the stick, but he's a yard shy. 4th and 1 coming up. I'm assuming Coach Vincent keeps the offense out on the field. Yeah, I would probably have to agree with that call, but really on the Westwood side, you'd really like to see a 4th and 4 maybe if you're going to give up a few yards, but right here you can stand up, show them that you're not going to let them get this first down. Two tight ends in the ball game now for Vista Ridge as Chase Messner checks in as the second tight end. Already in the ball game is Jordan Webster, so timeout Vista Ridge. And the chess match will continue once again here with 9:40 to go. And for Westwood, man, you have to think that, yeah, you're excited to be ahead 7-0, but man, this could be about a 21-0 cushion right about now. It should honestly at least be a 14-0 cushion with that kick recovery that you had. You got all the way down to the 4-yard line, and then just kind of kicked yourself in the rear end and backed yourself all the way up to 3rd and goal from the 42. Yeah. Really, you like what your defense is doing right now. Your defense is holding up well. They're kind of playing the bend don't break style of defense. Clock rolling, 9:28 to go in the first half. 82-yard connection between Martinez and Oliver Yu to start the ball game. It's been quiet ever since. New set of downs. Here's Kyle Brown. Mayfield in the backfield. Two receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side for Vista Ridge.
Brown brings a motion man across. Snap a little high. That ball's on the carpet. A one-hopper. Westwood pounds on top of it. Second turnover of the ball game for Vista Ridge. And it's Damon Harris.
Are they calling an incomplete pass here, Rodney?
Let's take a look here. Looked like that was... Yeah, that's what they're going to call. Looked like a jet sweep. Looked like he kind of...
Looked like a pitch to me. It didn't really look like a pass, but I guess that's one of those little touch passes that they called there. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that call.
I don't know about that. What's Anthony think over there? Still got a cap on?
He's got a cap on still.
Second down and 10. 9:02 to go here in the half. Brown snap a little high again. He's hit right as he releases. Complete at the 25, turning upfield down to the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Nice play by Vista Ridge. Hauling it in is Adam Fogg. And Vista's on to something here.
Damon Harris had some good penetration, some good pressure there. Got there just half a second too late, and then just a missed tackle on the outside allows the big gainer there for Vista Ridge.
So the Rangers at the Westwood 19 with 8:44 to go in the half. 7-0 our score. Two receivers to the far side. Single back in the backfield, Mayfield. Fogg here to the near side. Oh, a little looking for the zone read. The back was gone, and a big hit. Big stick by Cam Colvin. Just Mayberry and Brown on different pages there.
Yeah, and honestly, a great read by Colvin there, just coming up, blowing the play up, and making the tackle. What we've seen so far tonight from your DBs is the inability for the first man to make the tackle.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of hurt him on some extra yardage runs and passes there. But Cam Colvin definitely got broken down and made the tackle there when he needed to.
Webster and Mayberry. Actually, now Webster in the backfield. And now they shift. And here's Mayberry. He'll take the snap. Webster stands to his right. Mayberry up over the head. Just mass confusion across the line of scrimmage there. Kind of wish that play would have gone off.
Yeah, and I think Vista Ridge may be trying to get a little too cute too early. Honestly, they've been trying to run a bunch of trick plays and all these things, and their offense just isn't quite clicking. And I think that in order to get back on track, you should probably just stick to the fundamentals and try and get your run game going and your basic pass game going before you start trying to run all these trick plays, all the gadget plays and everything. But really got to be happy with the Westwood defense here, staying true to their basic package and their defense and being able to just make all these stops and read all these plays.
Two receivers to each side going left to right. Mayberry in the backfield, movement across the front. Swing pass complete, turning upfield at the 20. Hit there and falling to the 18-yard line. On the reception, once again, Adam Fogg has been the go-to guy for both of these quarterbacks. Still seeing some lightning up back behind us. But there's sensors here, so if it gets too terribly close...
They've got all the state-of-the-art equipment,
Yeah.
and they'll get everybody underneath in a heartbeat if it comes down to it.
Used to be they'd send a guy with an iron rod out there. How close is it? Oh, he just got fried. 3rd and 10. Rolling, looking, pressure coming. There's a hold. Don't think they're going to call that. And coming back is Harris. Harris was held and came back to make the tackle.
Hold or not, he was making the tackle. Absolutely. Just a gutsy play right there, all out. Gets held. Rolls out of it, gets held again, and still says, nope, I'm going to make this tackle, bring up 4th down. Just an all-hustle play right there from Big 8.
Now to bring out Seth Hughes. 35-yard field goal coming up for Seth Hughes. Here comes a late arrival on the field. This kick is up. Play whistle dead as you had a Vista Ridge player. Adam Fogg was running out on the field when they snapped it. That really has been here for Vista. The mental stuff is getting them in a lot of trouble here so far.
It is, and overall this game hasn't really been super
it's been sloppy on both sides.
It's been sloppy on both sides, but what I think it's hurting. Vista Ridge is hurting themselves a little bit more with some of these sloppy plays. They've gotten lucky that some of these fumbles haven't really been called fumbles, unfortunately, for our guys, but. They just backed up their kicker a little bit more. Let's see what kind of a leg he's got, because this is a tough kick.
Yeah. Now we'll try it from 40 and a half. Timeout or flag or something. You know, this game's going at a pretty good clip because we got 6:50 to go here in the half. Man, I love these 7 o'clock starts, man. 13-6A is
it's
just
nice to have the 7 o'clock starts, especially for those kids. You know, on Friday night, they're not getting out of here. They're not getting out of here at midnight. They're getting out of here at 11.
to go to the dance.
Yeah, absolutely to go to the dance.
Seth Hughes' 40-yarder is going. No good, short.
Pushed it a little bit left there.
Yep.
And that penalty helps, and they got a little bit more pressure up the middle on that one to maybe rattle the kicker there. And Westwood defense holds and takes over. And we said it before, Coach Wood going for it on all those 4th downs just shows the confidence that he has in this defense, and they prove it there. Why?
Yeah, absolutely. So now the key for Westwood is they're obviously able to move the ball, but again, that sloppiness is what has stalled a lot of this. 6:37 to go right now. You have to think that if you can get yourself in there, get another touchdown, go in that locker room with a 14-point advantage.
And maybe get a long, drawn-out, maybe 4 or 5 minute drive here, run some time off the clock, go up 14-0 into the locker room.
From their own 23, here's Martinez. Gives it to Anderson, running right behind his center. And he picks up a yard down to the 25.
Looked like he had a little bit of a crease there that he could have busted a long one and gone against exactly everything that we just talked about. But he was unfortunately pulled down before he could break into that hole.
Yeah, quick start. 2nd down and 8 as the clock rolls. 7-0 is our score. Westwood on top here from Gupton Stadium. WWSN, KMAC Sports Network, Vype Media. Trips to the far side. Here's Martinez rolling right, looking, throws, complete. Nice route for 13 yards. For number 13, Luca Mazzola. They'll move the sticks.
And that's, that ball's right on the money. He threw that. They ran that play earlier, and he threw that ball, and it bounced out of his hands. And Mazzola said, "I'm dropping this one. I'm picking up this 1st down." And he held on to it, made a good move, and got a couple extra yards out of it. Keep the clock moving, keep the chains moving, and see if we can get down here and throw some points on the board before half.
Mazzola, Hegde, and Jing to the near side. Owsley to the far side. Motion man is now Jing. They fake the jet sweep. Here's Anderson, running room right up the gut, all the way down, barreling down to the 47-yard line for 7 yards. Just hard smash mouth football right there.
Absolutely. You can't really state it any better than that. And if you want to run that type of football, you got 2 of the best guys around to do it with in Nate Anderson and Mario Debs. Just 2 hard-working guys that are not going to let their legs stop moving until you physically make them.
Yeah, you check the stats on those 2 guys. Rushing average about the same. Total yards about the same. 2nd down and 1. Martinez going to use the down here to try to go downfield, flushed out of the pocket, rolling around. He's going every which way. Looks like Romo back there, complete to Hegde, all the way down. And that's just a great job by R.J. Martinez.
Just scrambling, getting some good blocks. Tries to run out to his right, has to get turned around back to his left, hits Hegde, and then Mazzola comes flying in to try and get a block on the defender there trying to tackle Hegde. Sprung him for a couple extra yards.
All the way down to the 42. 1st and 10 on the Vista Ridge side of the field. Trips to the far side. Rolling, Martinez, this one complete. Jing turns upfield at the 40 and 9 yards. All the way down to the 33-yard line. Great yards after the catch.
Yes,
by Robbie Jing.
And this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see RJ get into that rhythm. He's completing these passes now, and he's he hit that big one early and then had a couple drops from his receivers, but now he's able to make these passes, settle in, and just say, all right, I'm back in business, baby.
Going right to left, 2 receivers to each side. 2nd down and 1 from the 33. 4 minutes to go in the half. Bringing the blitz. Here's Martinez. 3-step drop, throwing the deep ball. He's looking for Owsley. Incomplete. Good coverage back there from Vista Ridge as he was one-on-one with Amon Allen, but I think Owsley had a shot at that one.
Yeah, and they are looking. They like Owsley's speed on the outside there, and they've thrown that ball a couple times tonight. First one was a little overthrown. This one, just a touch overthrown. Owsley, gives his best dive impression there, trying to make the catch. Gets a fingertip on it, but can't quite haul it in. That'll be a connection to look out for as the game and the rest of the season goes on, because I have a feeling that's going to be something they get used to.
3rd down and 1 from the 33 here for Westwood. 3:52 to go in the half. Martinez, hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to try to stretch. He's not going to get the spot. Boy, Martinez just ran into a immovable object.
Yeah, they got stood up right there, and he saw he had a hole, and it got filled so fast. But here we go again.
Yeah, no
Fourth
hesitation
down.
here.
Absolutely not.
Each team with 2 timeouts. 2 receivers to each side. Here's Debs, and they snap it quick. Gets the yard he needed, and nothing more.
got the few inches he needed and nothing more.
So they'll move the chains.
Wow.
Here's Nate Anderson checking back in. Yeah, there we go. There's finally the...
Are we moving them, or are we going to measure?
Yeah, we're going to sit here and think about it.
We're going to move them, baby. Move them chains.
So here's Anderson. Really like the offset here. It's about 4 plays on, 4 plays off is what we see with these backs. 2 receivers to each side. Anderson now shifts in motion to the short side. Martinez, swing pass complete. Nice job to get open to the 25, down to the 24-yard line. It's Robbie Jing.
And these good little quick hitters are nice to get your young quarterback back in his rhythm and build that confidence and that rapport between him and his receivers that wasn't really there last week.
Vista changing players here, personnel changes. They get set, 2nd down and 2 coming up. Here's Anderson, takes the handoff, tries to spin forward, but he's hit at the 25, doesn't get much further than that. They spot him at the 24, the original line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 2. But they're doing, Stephen, exactly what you said. They're just burning this clock up.
We're already down here, 2:20 left in the half. You're at the opponent 24-yard line, and you're getting kind of into the area now where you got 2 timeouts, so the clock really is still your friend, but you do want to make sure that you manage it correctly and get points on the board before half.
Owsley and Jing to the far side. Mazzola and Hegde to the near side. Here shifting in motion. Anderson out to the near side. Martinez will call his own number. Trying to stretch for that 1st down again. He's going to be a yard shy once again, so we'll have another 4th and 1 coming up.
And again, I would have to assume no hesitation on going for it.
I'm assuming they're going to try to punch this one. You're looking for 6 right here.
You are definitely looking for 6 right here.
What we found with just momentum in these ball games can change so fast. So if you've got this thing going your direction, the insurance, you got to keep piling. And a 4th down and 1 play coming up here from the 23, just outside of the red zone. 2 receivers to each side. Anderson is in the ball game. He now shifts in motion out to the near side. Martinez is going to throw it. Pressure coming from the backside. Spins around. Now coming this way. Throws. Looking for Hegde. There should be a flag there possibly. And it comes in after the play. Defender didn't look like he turned around as Hegde was one-on-one there with Elijah Jones, and Jones, had he just looked up, probably wouldn't have got that marker.
And that's one of those you really have to just teach your kids from day one is when you see that receivers, because every time the ball is coming near a receiver, their eyes get about twice the size that they normally are.
Yep.
When you see those receivers' eyes get bigger, you turn around and look for that ball and make a play on it, because if you make a play for the ball,
no flag.
Oh, they picked it up.
Wow. Well, talk about a momentum changer. There you go.
That's it. I mean, you do only leave about a minute and 10 seconds here for Vista, and you just got to rely on your defense to not let them into the end zone.
Yep, give it to your defense to shut it down. 1:11 away from the half. We will have our halftime show, our weekly presentation of the Westwood Warrior Band.
The best in the West.
There you go. The Sundancers and our trip to the Whataburger scoreboard to take a look around Central Texas and see what's happening. We'll check in on that heck of a ball game going on at the field.
How's this for a teaser? It is getting a little lopsided over there.
Oh, Nelly. 1:11 to go. Here they go. Vista Ridge going left to right. It's Cantu. Quick shoulder shrug in and out of the hands. Going to hate himself tomorrow is Jordan Webster. He had that one, and he had some room. Tough catch to make, though, for a tight end, because he's having to do a 180.
Yeah, I mean, but
I'd have caught it, but you know.
You're right. I mean, obviously, all the way from up here in the booth,
Right.
we would have caught it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, a tough catch, but he's wide open, and it's kind of a little of a breakdown from the defense.
On the draw, going the other direction, it's Mayberry. Big hit once again. You keep hearing these names. Eric Hawkins this time against the grain in to make the stop along with Flores.
And this defense is doing exactly what they needed to do here and not allowing this Vista Ridge team to get anything down the field. And as the clock ticks away, They may run one more play, one more shot down the field, but I think they might be ready to just take it into the locker room.
Trips to the near side here for Cantu. Single receiver to the far side, single back in the backfield. Quick play action. Cantu looking. He's got time. This one over the middle, complete. And who else? His favorite man hits him once again. Number 19, Adam Fogg, for a first down.
Yeah, Adam Fogg. You called his name a lot tonight, and that's one of those. He runs a really good route and just gets open in the middle of the field there.
20 seconds remaining. First and 10 from the 38. Here's Vista. Cantu rolling left, looking, throws, complete on the far sideline, out of bounds. Nice job to get out of bounds and stop the clock by Jordan Webster.
They're just going to be working these sidelines. If you're Westwood, you got to funnel everything back towards the middle to keep that clock rolling. You force them to use those timeouts so they don't have them if they're going to attempt a field goal. They're going to have to really pick up the pace. I mean, only 12 seconds left here, so force everything back to the middle of the field, keep that clock rolling, and just get into the locker room with this 7-0 lead.
Second down and 5 from their own 43 with 12 seconds remaining. One back in the backfield, that's Mayberry. Two receivers to the near side. Here's Cantu out of the gun. As he stands and ball on the ground once again, Mayberry and Cantu can just not get on the right page tonight. They're lucky that wasn't a scoop and score.
Absolutely. We've seen the ball on the turf a few times tonight. A couple times it looked like Westwood had capitalized, and then they had the ball taken away from them and given back to this Vista Ridge team. That time, Vista Ridge able to just fall on it. Mayberry able to just fall on it there in the backfield. But, if that keeps being an issue here, don't be surprised whenever Westwood's able to capitalize on one of them and get some points on the board. They did have Vista Ridge had 6 turnovers last week, and this defense is definitely the defense that can force turnovers and really get on the plus side of that statistic. Absolutely.
Quickly, not to put the cart before the horse, but next week, it's that big game every year. The battle for the bell is Round Rock will take on Westwood. That'll be over at the reservation at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. That'll be a beauty right there. That one, depending what happens tonight, could have a lot of implications down the road. That game has been circled by many as one that third and fourth playoff spot, the fourth playoff spot, could hinge on that one, even this early in the season. That's next week, 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Battle for the bell. The men in orange take on the men in maroon. 6 seconds to go. Here's Cantu. Big old prevent defense. Come in. Ethan Brown breaks through and will end the half. Ethan Brown coming hard off the edge. Drops Cantu.
And although you couldn't get an extra touchdown on the board there at the end, you still take all the momentum going into halftime with the big sack there. Gotta love the pressure, the work there on the outside, making a good little swim move to get past the lineman there, and just making sure you secure it up and get the sack. And you love to see it. And this defense has really come out and played well so far in this first half.
Yeah, you have. Westwood starts quick. They pick up 6 points on the first play of the ball game. Add the extra point, 7-0. That's still where we are. We're at the half here from Gupton Stadium on the campus of Vista Ridge High School, Leander ISD. Beautiful complex here. Your halftime score: Westwood 7, Vista Ridge nothing. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have your Westwood Warrior Band, your Sundancers, trip to the Whataburger scoreboard, and who knows what else. Westwood football continues in just a moment.
Stay tuned.
And now, a KMAX Sports Classic.
At KMAX Sports, we want to make sure you get the whole game. So we'll take a moment here to clean your speakers.
Clean Sonic Delivery.
great job by the Warrior Band and Sun Dancers, and halftime really dragging here. So what we're actually going to do, we'll have the Whataburger scoreboard here in just a little bit. But I think, what do you think? Maybe we ought to give them a little bonus coverage. Maybe the Vista Ridge Band. And
I mean, that sounds like a fantastic idea. A little extra Texas high school band here.
And stalling for time. That's what we're doing. But anyway, yeah, let's take it back now. We'll come back and get you a scoreboard. Back here topside at Gupton Stadium, 7-0 is the score as Westwood leads Vista Ridge here in Game 2 of the district schedule. One play, first play of the ball game, 82 yards right down the field as Oliver Yu hauls in a pass from R.J. Martinez. And, Steven, that's all we've had.
Yeah, first play of the game. Looked like it was going to be a quick and easy one to try and get a few touchdowns on the board here for the Warriors. But after that first long touchdown, you had the first long touchdown, and then you had I don't necessarily want to call it an onside kick, but the kickoff recovery that you get down to the 4-yard line, and then you get backed up, and you don't get any points. So after those first two plays, really, there's a lot to be happy with. You're moving the ball.
Absolutely.
But when it comes down to it, you're not getting points on the board. And if you're not getting points on the board, well, it's hard to win the game.
Yeah.
To sound like John Madden there.
Yeah.
Whoever scores the most points is going to win the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Whataburger scoreboard, got to remind you, top with the legendary steak sauce, the A1 Thick and Hearty Burger has finally made its return to Whataburger. But you better put some speed in your step because it's only available for a limited time. The triumphant return of Whataburger's A1 Thick and Hearty Burger is finally here, topped with 2 all-beef patties, crispy bacon, grilled onions, melted American cheese, and, of course, that one-of-a-kind A1 Thick and Hearty sauce. This burger is sure to become one of your new favorites. But you better hurry because it's for limited time only. The legendary A1 Thick and Hearty Burger. What's happening around Central Texas? We got dueling scoreboards. What do you got over there? I'll catch you up here on the backside.
Over here, well, we teased it a little bit before half. The big one we talked about, Vandergrift at Hendrickson. That one's at halftime, and it looks like Vandergrift is taking in full control. They are up 23-6 at halftime right now. With 2:14 to go in the second quarter, it looked like Round Rock was going to be breaking away from McNeil, but McNeil has come storming back, and they're down 26-28. Round Rock over McNeil right now, 28-26 with 2:14 left in the second quarter. Let's see. What else we got? What do you have over there?
Looking elsewhere around the area, Taylor leads Salado. 13-12 is your score there. Trying to get these 13-6As. Had those all loaded up here, but they have since gotten away from me. A&M Consolidated leads Rouse. Rouse right here out of LISD. That's a 28-6 score with about 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Medina Valley and Lockhart. This is actually at Lions Stadium in Lockhart. They are 7-7 in a weather delay. So that's actually something to think about. What is that? That's southeast of us. So hopefully that stays down there for now. AISD scores. Crockett leads Lanier 21-6. McCallum in big trouble. LBJ 28-0. Dripping Springs all over Travis. That's 35-0. Don't know what you might have, Stephen, there on your side.
Yeah. See, I'm a little behind. I've got 14-0 on that.
Okay.
One, so.
Okay. Here's some. So Lake Travis leads Aikens 37-0. Big battle in 25-6A. Hayes is undefeated, and Hayes is really making some noise right now with that Les Goad and that new offense there. 14-0 over Anderson is your score there. Del Valle leads Bowie. That's a 7-0 ball game. Westlake leads Austin 28-0. Liberty Hill leads Conley 41-14. So, got to go back to that big game we were talking about with Vandy and Hendrickson. So, you think about Vandergrift. You knew Vandergrift was going to make some noise in this 13-6A as they come from 25-6A or whatever it was before, Drew Sanders and that bunch there. But they beat Cedar Ridge, who goes 4 rounds deep last year, beat them pretty soundly last week. Before that, they've already beat Cedar Park, and now Hendrickson, who went 3 rounds deep, and personally, I thought Hendrickson was a little bit better than Cedar Ridge. They're putting it on them.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like this Vandergrift team is out on a mission, really. Starting the season off strong with the win over Cedar Park, and then getting the win over Cedar Ridge, like you talked about, and then coming out here, and we saw firsthand last week what Hendrickson is capable of.
Yeah.
And not only is Vandergrift up 23-6 at half, they're in Pflugerville. They're in a hostile environment in front of the Hendrickson faithful, and it just looks like this Vandergrift team is really someone that everyone's going to have to be put on red alert, no matter what district you're in, because at some point you may be seeing them down the road because they're looking like a very, very strong obvious playoff contender
Yeah.
as of right now.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll keep our eye on that one. As always, our broadcast right here on WWSN on the KMAX Sports Broadcast Network, Vype Media Network, presented by the Westwood Warrior Booster Club, the Football Booster Club, and just what great folks they are. WarriorSports.org is the official website. If you're interested in being a business sponsor for the Westwood football program, go to that one. That was another one, a race against the weather. Was it going to work out? But Karen, thank you so much for that from the Booster Club. Every week, the Westwood football parents have a tailgate starting about 5:15 before the ball game in the parking lot, no matter if it's home or on the road. They welcome the players as the players arrive. Look for the orange canopy and drop by to show your Westwood spirit. Couple of dates we want to remind you of coming up on October 5th. This will be after the McNeil game, parking lot party over at Westwood High School after the ball game. Come celebrate, hopefully, another Westwood win and celebrate the football team. They're going to have food. They're going to have a DJ. It's going to be pretty cool. So that is coming up on October 5th. Then on the bye week, you can head on out to Whataburger right there at 620 and 183. Support the Warrior football team for Spirit Night at the Whataburger. You can get yourself one of those really, really good thick and spicy burgers. That's going to be pretty cool. Again, thanks to our Warrior football sponsors, the fine folks at ATX Football, the Austin Youth Football League, Fabulous Affairs Catering, Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery, Flicks Brew House in Round Rock, Nasal and Sinus Center of Austin, Torchy's Tacos, Whataburger 620 in Lake Creek, Jenny Ray Photography, as well as we saw some lightning as the waning stages of that first half were starting to happen, and that lightning, we're still seeing it, and that right now is over. It's east of us. Seems to be far away, not hearing any thunder, so hopefully that does not become a factor. And we're actually seeing it right at the 50-yard line now, and actually the referees are on the field as they're over with Anthony, and they're with Rodney Vincent over here on the Vista Ridge side. So I hate to be Debbie Download, but I think that this could be, they could be thinking this lightning could become a factor.
Yeah, it does look like it's right there. We aren't hearing any thunder with it, but of course, I'm no meteorologist, and I'm not going to be able to tell if that means anything or not. No, I did go to the #1 meteorology school in the world, but I did not study meteorology.
I love meteorology, man. I think I'm a weatherman, but I'm not.
But they're trotting out onto the field. Looks like we're going to kick it away.
Like in the old days. That's what I said. Yeah.
Just play through.
You'd be all right.
Get some raindrops. Obviously, that's not how we actually feel.
Yeah, my wife
Safety
was
of the kids.
My wife is over at Dragon tonight. I've got a Dragonette, and my wife was telling me this morning. She's up and she's like, "Well, I guess if it rains tonight, they won't play." I'm like, "This is football. Rain ain't gonna stop them." I said, "It's all that other stuff."
It's that dangerous electricity that comes from the sky.
Yeah, exactly. Mayberry drops back along with Hegvet as they stand back around the 10-yard line. Cactus Jack Elliott will kick it off. He'll kick it left to right. Westwood leads 7-0 here as we start the second half. Another short kick, fair catch called for and made at the 36-yard line. As getting under, it's Bryce Jones, the senior receiver for Vista Ridge. Penalty marker on the field over on the far side.
Looks like, if I had to guess, it may be a late hit on the receiving team. After that fair catch was made, we had a couple of guys take a tumble after the whistle, but we'll see what the man in the white baseball cap has to say.
Shenanigans,
as
happening.
They call them.
As we're here at Gupton, Rodney Rodriguez, Dr. Sankow twisting and tweaking the dials back there. My man Stephen Kabler, and we welcome our friend Will Kale. He's actually joined us. He's over on the backside. He's a Vista Ridge parent. We'll let him in anyway.
Yeah, he seems like a nice enough guy.
Yeah. Said he thought that it would look like a Fox broadcast up here. Pretty close.
I mean, it's all the same equipment.
I got to tell you, I've actually done a few games over at DKR. This is nicer than that.
Oh, that's nice
honestly. 1st and 10 from the 22 as we get started here in the second half. And it will be Cantu. He gives it. Mayberry running right. All kinds of room over there. Gets the first down out of bounds. 13 yards on first down. Nice way to start the half for Vista Ridge as Mayberry just finds the daylight.
Yeah, just an outside sweep play. You get there. You get your speedster on the edge. He breaks out, gets the edge, and just runs down the sideline. if you're Westwood, you just got to be able to get out there a little quicker and push them into the sideline. And like I've said before, use that sideline as a 12th defender.
They go right to left here in the third quarter, just underway. Single receiver split to each side, two backs in the backfield for Drew Cantu, the senior quarterback. We've seen Cantu alternating with Kyle Brown. Cantu starts the half. Standing out of the shotgun, motion man coming across. Here's Cantu. They're going to run the option. He keeps it, turns up field, breaks a tackle, and is finished off at the 41. Nice job by Westwood, actually out to the 42. Ochoa comes out of the bottom of the pile along with Zach Hoover, but he gets 5.
Yeah, a couple good blocks there from your skill position players for Vista Ridge. Really big number 5, Nathan Potter there just got laid out as he was trying to fill that hole to tackle the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the Ranger 42 for the second down and 5 play as the motion man scoots across. Ball on the carpet once again. Pouncing is Brown, but Mayberry able to get back on top of it. Boy, I'll tell you, Cantu and Mayberry not on the right page tonight.
Yeah, definitely not. That's the 4th or 5th time we've seen the ball hit the carpet. And just we're getting closer and closer to picking it up. And one of these times, if it hits the carpet again, don't be surprised if you hear some cheering for the boys in the white jerseys.
Indeed, Westwood in the Stormtrooper whites tonight. Gray pants, white jerseys, burnt orange numerals, white helmets, silver and burnt orange feathers, all black and red for Vista Ridge. 3rd down and 9. Cantu out of the gun, flushed out of the pocket, steps up, penalty marker on the play. Ethan Brown drags him down from behind. That'll be, he may have gotten a yard as he was flushed out and then moved forward, but the penalty marker back in the backfield, probably holding.
Yeah, Damon Harris just got tackled there on the play. He used an outside push move, and really just there was nothing that the lineman could do there. Just had to tackle him before he got to the quarterback. Easy call for the referee, right in front of him. Nothing that you can do there.
And once again, Stephen, we're watching this defense. They're really controlling the line of scrimmage against the front line there of Vista Ridge. These 4 guys across the front, I mean, they're just handling their business so efficiently here tonight on defense.
Yeah, you got a bunch of studs up there that just know exactly what move to make, whether it's an inside or outside spin, a swim, anything like that. And they're just doing everything they can and getting to the quarterback consistently.
Robbie Jing drops back. He stands at the 27 awaiting the punt. This one, nice high spiral kick taken by Jing. Fair catch called for and made right there. Beautiful kick there off of the leg of Seth Hughes. He pounds that one right down. Great field position for Westwood to start off from their own 27. 10:26 to go here in the third quarter. Westwood leads 7-0. We'll get our first look at the Westwood offense. You got to think, hopefully you see your call from earlier, speed, fast. Right now you need more points.
Yeah, you need points, and you really like what you've seen so far, but you just got to keep moving the ball. You just got to make sure by the time you get down to the red zone, you convert. I think we've been in the red zone 2 or 3 times tonight and just haven't been able to convert any sort of points. And that's really something that needs to change right here on this first drive.
They go left to right. Here is Martinez out of the gun, able to pull that down, and he finds a hole. What an effort. That is just... You can't teach that.
No, you can't teach that. I mean, it looked like there was nothing going on. Could have been a 5-6 yard loss. Instead, he just sits right behind Debs and pushes Debs through the hole and then goes and takes off, gets 6 yards.
Here's a second down play. 2 receivers to the far side. Debs on the draw. He's got room right up the middle. He'll bounce all the way down to the 40 for a first down. 9 yards, Mario Debs. Power speed running.
And you can see what this offensive line can do whenever they're fresh and rested and amped up for a game. They're getting a great push right now.
Single receiver to the near side, 2 to the far side, going back with what's working. Debs once again, just grounded pound right up the middle.
If you can't,
no other way to say it.
If you can't stop it, keep doing it.
Absolutely. And those hamburgers controlling that line of scrimmage. Talked about the defense. It's happening here with the offense here on this first drive. 2nd down and 4 coming up for Westwood. Nursing that 7-point advantage. Cox in as a blocking tight end. Debs stays in the game. 2 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Here's Debs. He shifts back, turns back upfield. He'll be stopped just shy of the midfield stripe at the 49 as he gains 3. 1 yard shy of the first down. 3rd and 1.
Good little cutback there by Debs to find the hole. Just gets chopped down just before he can get to the first down, but he was, one little move away from busting a big one there. So I think we might see a big one here in the second half.
3rd down and 1. Here's Martinez out of the gun. Debs stands to his right. He gives. He does not give. He keeps it himself. Gets to the midfield stripe. He's got all kinds of room on the near sideline. Going the 25-20, driven out of bounds at the 21. Looked like he was just content with getting the first down, and he sees nobody.
Yeah, he makes a great read here in the backfield, bounces it outside, makes one man miss, thinks he's going to get, a first down run out of bounds, and he turns and it's all green in front of him. So he just keeps running and picks up a huge chunk of yards there, and
yeah,
it's exactly what you need.
Yeah, I think the Vista Ridge coaching staff still trying to figure that out. They're all huddled back over here around the 45-yard line. That was just open spaces and a little bit of hesitation from Martinez.
Well, and it's one of those things that we've talked about before. You really like to see him incorporated into the run game, which is something they got away from last week.
1st and 10 from the 24. Showing blitz is Vista Ridge. On the delay, the draw, Anderson pounds it to the 20 for 4 yards.
He keeps those legs moving. He just doesn't like to go down easily, and it's going to take 3 or 4 of your guys to bring him down. He's just got a very good low center of gravity that allows him to just ping pong off people until he finally gets taken down by 2 or 3 guys.
Great job of working the zone read there by Martinez. Red zone opportunity coming up right here, presented by Whataburger from the 20. Here's Martinez out of the pistol. Now sends Anderson in motion here to the near side, the short side of the field. RJ's pass complete over the middle. That's Ian Cox. Hauls it in down to the 13-yard line. And pardon me, Mazzola. That was Luca Mazzola. No, it's Ian Cox. His first reception of the night. So they inch closer.
And that's one of those things I think that maybe you need to stick to that, stick to those little quick hitters till you get down to the 5-4 yard line, and then maybe thinking about power or run that fade. You've really liked what you've seen out of Owsley tonight. Maybe run a fade or a quick post or a short slant to him.
He lines up to the near side. Now the slot man, Jing in motion, coming back, gaping hole. Anderson will stretch it into the end zone, 13 yards. Touchdown, Westwood.
Or just hand it off to Nate Anderson and let him make a couple of moves and make everybody miss and just show his pure athleticism there to dive there for the end zone. 6 points. Exactly what this Westwood team and this Westwood coaching staff was looking for here to open up the second half. Nice, good, long drive. Take some time off the clock. Run the ball. Get your quarterback, nice and comfortable with where he's playing, where he's putting the ball. And 6 points.
Cactus Jack Elliott stays perfect on the ears. He boots another one through the extra point. 7:41 to go in the third quarter. Westwood draws first blood here in the second half. Your score, Westwood 14, Vista Ridge nothing from Gupton Stadium in Cedar Park. Westwood football continues in just a moment.
Vype Media is the state's most comprehensive high school sports media outlet, covering UIL, private schools. Vype has been in Texas for over a decade. Visit their website at Vype, VYPETexas.com. And also pick up your Vype magazine today. Get in the game with Vype Media.
$7:41 to go in the third quarter. Westwood adds another touchdown, 14-0. As we race the Lightning. That's the beauty of this. We can paint the picture because folks can't see it, but it's lurking. I don't know where you may be listening from. Let us know, www.sportsnetwork@gmail.com. Let us know where you're taking in the broadcast as the good guys looking to pick up their first district win of the season.
Yeah, and you say we're racing that Lightning, but what's nice about these good long drives that Westwood's putting together is you're running the ball a lot, you're staying in bounds, and you're letting that clock run. And I think that they're just as ready to get out of this place with a W as we are.
Indeed. Mayberry and Heckvet drop back deep at the 10. This one will be kicked short, taken at the 32. That window closes. What a shot by Jaleel Davis.
Just perfectly played, runs past a couple of blockers and puts his shoulder down and lays into that return man right there. Excellent coverage.
I don't know if KView, KXAN, Fox 7, I don't know if any of them were here for that. That better be on TV.
It needs to be. That's a big boy hit by a big-time player.
7:37 to go here in the third. Tight end, the motion man across. Here's Brown. Gives it to Mayfield, trying to turn up field, and he does not. Look at that coming off of the block is Josh Shoup. That's unbelievable. Mayberry.
You said Mayfield.
Oh, my bad.
We were talking about.
I was thinking of Dairy. I'm thinking of Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Mayfield Dairy Queen. Thank you. I was wondering what you were doing. You're
yeah,
like,
I was like,
hey, don't hesitate. Be like, no.
That's Mayberry.
No, not gonna hurt my feelings.
Okay. Either way.
Mayberry, dummy.
Fantastic play by the defense there.
Indeed. Loss. Second down and 18, and that was Josh Shoop. So, okay, game play clock is rolling. So here's Brown back out. As they get situated here, second down and 18 from the 26. Two receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side for Brown. As he stands out of the shotgun, takes a snap a little high, looking downfield. He's got time, flushed out of the pocket. He ain't getting away. He's dropped. Three big back-to-back defensive plays, and this Westwood defense is on fire.
And
this time it's Jackson Metzger.
And they are all fired up right now. Very, very hyped up. Loving the play from this defensive line. And right there, they just kept working. The O-line there was able to hold their blocks for a little bit, but great coverage from the DBs downfield, giving that defensive line enough time to shake those blocks and get that big sack right there.
Talked about this Vista Ridge team. I believe it was the first ball game of the year. They went toe-to-toe with Rouse, and then in the second half, the wheels came off, and that turned into a pretty big loss for Vista Ridge. Don't know what kind of adjustments or what may have been said in the locker room, but man, whatever it was, this is a different ball club.
Whatever Coach Wood was saying to his team really is showing right now, because they've come out here with a different mindset, different attitude, a no holds barred kind of thing going on for both sides of the ball right now, and especially this defensive front. This defensive front is getting penetration, is getting to the quarterback, is blowing up plays in the backfield, and really going to set up this offense with great field position, because there's a long way to go on third down for this Vista Ridge team.
Absolutely. Warrior Faithful, got to tell you about Flick's Brew House, located off of I-35 in Round Rock. Of course, they hosted the varsity retreat this year. It's a first-run cinema and brewery, most importantly. Flick's Brew House is Round Rock's only locally owned and operated movie theater. Behind him, dumps this one off complete at the 25. May have gotten to the 27, but well shy of the first down. As he hits his tight end, Webster, it'll bring out fourth down and Leander.
That's just one of those plays where you get in a little bit of prevent defense. You're not going to give up 30 yards there. You let him roll out. You only rush 4, and he's got to take his check down man and just make sure when he hits the check down man for 10, 15 yards, you just make a tackle and get the ball back here in the hands of your offense.
Saw Seth Hughes get off a really nice punt a while ago. Here he is again, stretching out. Boy, Jones is going to get him one. Fair catch called for at the 40. You should have a little bit of interference there.
As flags come flying from every direction. Very easy play right there. Just didn't give him a chance to catch the ball. And that's something you can't do when they call a fair catch.
Can't do that.
But back over there, Demetrius Jones, we said it on the extra points and the field goals. He was going to get him one. Now he looks like he's determined to get him a punt too. And a couple of these, if he lays out like he has been on the extra points and field goals, he'll get him one.
Yeah, he will. Whataburger scoreboard 13-6A at the half. Cedar Ridge leads Leander. That's 35-7. They are now at the half over at Dragon Stadium in that track meet. Round Rock leads McNeil 35-26. As we said, Round Rock and Westwood next week. Battle of the Bell, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock from Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. And the big one, they're at the half at the field. And Vandy leads Hendrickson 23-6. That's your Whataburger 13-6A scoreboard. 5:18 to go here in the third. 14-0 here at Gupton Stadium. Westwood on top.
And you got to think that big one, Vandergrift and Hendrickson, will be kicking off the second half here soon, unless they catch into some weather. But really going to be interesting, man. Vandergrift just jumping out big on him.
Are you going to go out on a limb and call overtime like last week?
No. I don't know. Actually, you never. I mean, that Hendrickson can put up points quickly. So it all depends on who comes out hungry at half.
They go left to right. Here's Martinez. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Anderson stands in the backfield. Nate on the delay, the draw, 10 yards. Make it 8.5. And Anderson just carries the pile.
Yeah, they're just getting everything they want up front. This O-line's getting a fantastic push, just creating gaping holes for Anderson to run through. And by the time someone's got him wrapped up, he's going to get an extra 3 yards. Keep those legs churning, burning.
Hegde Mazzola to the near side. Jing along with Lyndon Jones to the far side. Anderson in the backfield. 4-step drop. Looking. Martinez, plenty of time. Darting across the middle. Beautiful grab from Jing. Breaks a tackle. Turns a field down at the 10-yard line. Throws a frozen rope. And then Jing on the other end.
An absolute rope from Martinez there. It looked like from the way he released it, it was going to get a little bit underneath it. But, man, by the time I blinked, the ball was in Jing's hand. And
Special right there. That's the one that Ian Cox runs especially well. Lyndon Jones will split out here to the short side. Ball resting on the right side hash mark as Westwood goes left to right here with 3:37. Sets it up over towards the scoreboard. 3:21 to go. 21-0 is your score as Westwood leads, and this is the offense we're used to.
This is exactly what we wanted to see, and it's honestly what we saw in the first half. Just different endings. You're finishing the drive. In the first half, they had great drives down the field that would either kick themselves in the rear end and not finish the drives. But right now, we're seeing them execute towards in the red zone and get finishes on these drives to put points on the board. And, this is really what we wanted to see earlier on in the game. But because you can rely on this stout defense to keep the Rangers out of the end zone, only putting up those 7 points in the first half isn't really going to hurt you at this point.
You can relive all of this excitement. All of these photos are available at JennyRay.com, proud supporter of Warrior football. Photography by Jenny Ray, a small-town business in the big city. She opened her first studio over 14 years ago. Family portraits, school portraits, senior portraits. She loves the sports stuff, and she loves the Westwood community. She's been a part of it for a long time. Her studio's right there in the Westwood neighborhood. Don't hesitate to call her. She wants to be your photographer. Find her online, JennyRay.com. These game day images are uploaded within 48 hours. Check back early and often and find them there. JennyRayPhotography.com. Here's the kickoff. This one sails off of the shin. Dangerous play there. As coming in hot pursuit was Jalen Jondon, but that would have been a disaster for Vista.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what the game plan was going in with all these short kicks, but after seeing that first one and getting the pseudo onside recovery there, I can see why they're going for it, because you've got a kicker who was very accurate and can put the ball essentially wherever he wants. Mm-hmm. And if you can just get one of those in a game, it's worth it.
No doubt. No doubt about it. And when you got a lockdown defense like you have the way they're playing right now, you'll give them the 33-yard line as a line of scrimmage.
Oh, absolutely. And you know that this defense is trying to record a shutout here tonight, so let's see if they can hold on to it.
Mayberry in the backfield with Cantu. Swings it out to Mayberry, overrunning right. Nice stop once again. Great open field tackle. Demetrius Jones is just all over the place tonight.
All over the place, and he's one of the better tacklers that we have in this secondary on this team. It seems like every time that there has to be a tackle made in open space, he's the one that's got the ability to break down and make sure he's not getting juked out of his shoes. Gotta love it. Great play right there from 11.
Clock rolling, 2:55 here in the third. Westwood opening this up, 21-0 here in this third quarter. Cantu out of the gun, single back. Drew looks complete over the middle. Nice grab, about 2 yards shy of the first down as he finds his wide receiver, Nathan Podolak.
And that's just one of those little quick hitch plays right there to try and get your quarterback a little bit more comfortable. Not quite enough for the first down. It was good pocket sense presence by the quarterback there.
Scrimmaging from the 41 on the 3rd down and 2 play. Whistle dead, and that one looks like it will be going just a tad bit further back. Had a manageable 3rd down and 2, did Vista Ridge. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, you gotta compliment the defensive front here. They're making little shifts, but they're not just sliding over. Look
at Jones.
Yeah, he's into it. He's loving it right now. He's dancing down here at the 35-yard line, and
he's telling the band to bring it.
Oh yeah,
there's a disco duck down there. 3rd down and 7. Here is on the zone read looking. Cantu's pass complete. Once again, his favorite receiver over to the Westwood side of the field. They'll spot it at the 49, make it the 47. And I'll tell you, without Adam Fogg tonight, there haven't been many more options.
No, 19 has been able to get open. He's got a real good sense for where the pockets in the zone of the defense are, and he's also got the ability to run a good clean route to get away from the defender. But again, right there we see open field tackle. Who's got to make it? Number 11, Demetrius Jones.
They spot it at the Westwood 47, 1:43 to go. Going to give it to Mayberry, turning upfield. Pursuit coming from the backside from Flores. He'll be stopped at the 40. As it is, Flores in on the stop along from the secondary. Coming in is Hoover. But that's 7 yards. That's a nice pickup there by Mayberry.
Yeah, Mayberry's got a good physical running style, but he's a little more, I'd probably say a little more on the quicks or speedy type. He really likes to get to the edge. So the linebackers really got to set a hard line and push him more towards the boundary so he can't get all those yards.
Here's Cantu, takes a snap, complete Fogg, but he pays the price.
Had to go up, had to climb the ladder, go get that ball. A little double clutch there from Brown. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's Cantu.
Cantu, my apologies.
Mayfield,
right. And he just goes up and gets it, but he takes a big hit afterwards.
3 backs in the backfield. Here is the give to the aforementioned Mayberry. He's finding all kinds of running room there. Just the patience there as he runs behind his lead blocker and just sets and waits. Picks up a first down here on the home side.
But again, he's getting to the edge. He's getting to the outside, getting that corner. You got to make sure that you can stop him before he can get there because he's got some speed.
From the 23, Cantu will give it to Mayberry. Turns upfield at the 20, the 15. He's hit at the 14 and driven backwards. Who else? And you can't do that.
Come on.
Demetrius Jones, you can't do that, man. I love the enthusiasm. I love that, but man, you can't do that.
He just picks him up. Jones just picks up Mayberry, drives him into the ground, and instead of walking away to celebrate with his teammates, he yells at the opposing team. That's going to be taunting every time.
And he's pleading his case over there. And quickly coming into the game is Darian DeBerry.
And Jones is headed off to the sideline, more than likely to get an earful from...
Probably going to get an earful.
From a few of the coaches there.
Yeah, Brad Pugh or Coach Wood there, but DeBerry sprinted and pulled him away from the official. He's still pleading his case.
You're not going to win that fight.
You're not going to win.
Once you see the flag come out, just kind of be mad at yourself and get over it.
It's like when the principal's mad at you and he's telling you something, you're not going to win that battle.
No, never.
So DeBerry checks in. He's one-on-one here on the near side. 1st and goal from the 7 for Vista Ridge. Their deepest penetration of the night. On the give, trying to turn up field, and nice job riding him out of bounds. In on the stop, 40, Jaleel Davis. He's had himself a pretty good night too.
Yeah, and that right there is what I've been saying that they needed to do. Jaleel Davis was able to come over, set the edge, and make sure that Mayberry wasn't able to get around the corner. And as he turned the corner, he was there to meet him, drag him down. Loss of 1, maybe?
Yeah. Trey Walker checks in as a second running back. So Mayberry and Walker in the ballgame, along with the tight end, Webster. This is kind of a spot where they could use Webster, but he lines up as a blocking tight end. 2 backs in the backfield, going to give it to the second man through Mayberry, but he hits a wall there with Davis leading the charge along with Irvin Flores. Gets past the 5 down to the 4 as the final seconds probably about to roll off here. Maybe the last play of the 3rd quarter, but Vista Ridge knocking on the door right now.
Yeah, and this is four down territory for Vista Ridge, but this would be a huge stand for the Warriors defense here if they could open up the 4th quarter, getting just 2 more stops here and putting the ball back in the hands of their offense. And you know that they would love to get a 4-down stop here and not allow any points on the board.
3 complete. They'll flip sides here from John Guttum Stadium in Cedar Park. Leander ISD your score. Westwood 21, Vista Ridge nothing. Westwood football continues on WWSN.
When it comes to championships,
Liberty Hill is going to state in softball. Celebration in Groesbeck for the first time since 2001. The Groesbeck Goats are making a return trip to the Class 3A playoffs. The Cedar Park Timberwolves in the state championship game. In time, the Lady Trojans are going back to Austin. They have three-peated Region 1.
Count on us to take you there. This is KMAX Sports.
Nasal and Sinus Center of Austin, located at 12309 North Mopac, a location also in Lakeway. Your sinuses, your allergies, all of that, all this mold, cedar, everything that we have to deal with around here. If that's giving you a hard time, check them out. Nasal and Sinus Center of Austin. They offer medical and surgical solutions for that nasal congestion. They will get that stuff taken care of, put it to bed for good. Nasal and Sinus Center of Austin. Now they go left to right. Here's Vista Ridge. 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line as they look to get their first points of the night. Here's Cantu, full backfield. Cantu off play action, looking, throws into the end zone, up over the head. Great rush from the Westwood front.
And even better discipline from the linebackers and the DBs to not get fooled by that play action. Stay with the rollout, stay with those receivers that were breaking free that could have easily been wide open if they bite down on that play action. Great discipline there from the defense as a whole.
And I love how they went right at DeBerry. DeBerry checks in for Jones. DeBerry makes a play.
Hey, next man up kind of situation here.
4th and goal from the 4. Here's Cantu. He's got Mayberry in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Going left to right. Running the jet sweep. Trouble. Flea flicker. Well, not really a flea flicker. A reverse. Looking for Cantu over the head.
And that was
double reverse.
That was the Philly special.
That was the Philly special.
That's the exact Philly special right there. Just didn't get rid of the ball soon enough, and it was there. It was wide open.
It was.
When our team's going to start realizing that that's going to get run, because every time you see it nowadays, it's wide open. The double reverse man just didn't get the ball out of his hand soon enough, and then ended up overthrowing the quarterback there, overthrowing Cantu.
Yeah, and Adam Fogg let that go, and that just looked like a wounded duck coming out of his hands. Uh-oh. Well, actually, we've lost our crowd mic because there was a flash, and actually even over on the video board we saw the pixels pop up there. So a lightning probably, I think they're pulling the teams off of the field right now. Actually, no, they're sending the offense back out. Who cares? Let's play. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Westwood as they will go right to left. Our crowd mic out, as that's a part of the stadium system that's operated through the main console there, and they hand it off running right up the middle for about a 2-yard gain on 1st down. So this is our first acting on the fly here.
Yeah, all of a sudden power just kind of went out. Luckily, not all the lights went out because you know how long it takes for those to boot back up sometimes. But right now, you just got to run the ball, try and get out of your own end zone, and make a good long march down the field. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the game. You've got a comfortable 21-0 lead. Just keep working that clock and get some more points on the board. Get out of here.
2nd down and 11 as they work from the 3-yard line. Here's Martinez. He takes a snap, looking downfield, all kinds of time, throwing the deep ball over the middle, one-on-one. Hegde dives in and out of the hands off of the fingertips of Mohan Hegde. Had a step ahead of Allen, not able to grab it. Was that Lyndon Jones?
That was Lyndon Jones, and he is a speedster, man. He had a step and a half on him and dove out for the ball, and almost was able to make that catch. But it's pretty good defense there. Good recovery by the DB. Great ball from R.J. Martinez. Really put it in a catchable spot there.
3rd down and 11 from the 3. Martinez stands about 2 yards deep in his end zone. Takes a snap, rolling this way, looking, pressure coming from the backside, wide open over the middle, at the 20. It's going to be a foot race at the 40, the 45, at midfield, running out of gas, drugged down at the 40-yard line, as sneaking behind the coverage is Mohan Hegde. I don't know how Martinez was able to see him there.
Yeah, that one was Hegde there, and I don't either. Martinez rolls out, has a man on his back, and just finds his man. They're getting ready to go quick here, though. I'll pass it back to you.
Quickly back, 2 to each side. Here's Martinez looking, throwing a jump ball over to the corner, looking for his man. Owsley picked off. Coming back the other direction, that's Allen. Allen at the 15. He breaks a tackle there. Going against the grain, gets to the 25, turns upfield, and is dropped at the 27-yard line. Penalty marker after the play. But Martinez throws that one. He's looking for Owsley, and Allen's able to get underneath that one and takes it away. First turnover of the night.
Yeah, he's thrown that deep ball to Owsley a few times, and I think this one was the one time he shouldn't have thrown it. They got the one-on-one coverage they wanted, but Owsley wasn't really able to break away from the defender there. The first 2 or 3 times they've thrown the ball, Owsley had a step and a half on his defender there. Defender was right with him the whole way, and not a bad thrown ball, but just a great defensive play there by the cornerback, but maybe not the smartest decision on the from RJ there.
So 10:28 to go here in the ball game as we stop. And again, what you hear in the background there, we had our crowd mic. The way all of that works, these stadiums, most of them, the newer stadiums, are nicely equipped with these inputs where you just plug your little your cable in there and you get all the crowd feed. There was a quick, I don't even think it was a lightning strike. It's like the scoreboard flickered, and that's when we lost that crowd feed. And something's happened. It's a huge console over in the PA room. And so that's why we don't have your crowd feed. We could get you one, but we'd probably have to stop the broadcast. If we were behind, maybe we'd stop the broadcast.
Right, yeah, there you go.
Here's Brown's pass, complete in and out of the hands as he was looking for his main target. Fogg falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's the first drop ball I feel like we've seen from Fogg, and it was a catchable ball, maybe a little bit behind him, but that's the first time we've seen Fogg with miscue there.
Clock stops, 10:22 to go in the contest. Second down and 10, ball resting at the Vista Ridge 17-yard line as Westwood has taken control here in the second half. A couple of nice drives from the good guys, a couple of big offensive plays. Two receivers to each side as they go left to right. Rolling, this one complete at the 22, but quickly driven out of bounds. As still in the ball game's DeBerry. We have not seen Jones back in.
No, and I think DeBerry is getting his chance to show that he wants to play a little bit more this season. He's using every opportunity here. He's made some really good plays, great read on that ball, and doesn't allow any yards after catch there.
So Kyle Brown quickly makes the play call. He's going to send his tight end split out to the far side. That's Webster. Trips to the near side, single back in the backfield. That's Mayberry. Third down and 5. Going off the zone read. Brown in trouble. He will be dropped for a loss. Back at the 15-yard line. Big hitter this time. It's Vicente Ochoa, junior linebacker for Westwood.
Yeah, gotta love that. It was blown up from the start. You had big number 51 in there, Shoop, who it was a read option play. Shoop takes the running back. Really, they were kind of stacked up on top of each other. And then as the quarterback pulls the ball, there was Ochoa there to say, I got you covered now, too. Brings him down for a big loss.
Here comes Seth Hughes as he makes his way out. Standing at midfield, now actually over on the 48, will be Robbie Jing. Keep talking about somebody breaking one of these open. This could be a time right here for Jing. Here is the snap. This kick is up. Man, this kid has a great leg.
He is got a great leg for running there. Oh my goodness! Every time you see the ball, it's great hang time. Gives his cover team a chance to get down there and allows 0 return yards.
Drops it in. 9 minutes remaining. 21-0 is our score as Westwood looks to try to finish this one out. Whataburger fans, got to remind you, we've got some great news for you. Proud to announce that the bold chorizo taquito with cheese is back. They wrap it in a warm tortilla with freshly scrambled eggs, a nice slice of American cheese on their hot, off-the-grill chorizo to create a breakfast so delicious, you got to taste it to believe it. But you better hurry. It's only here for a limited time. Available 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. It is the chorizo taquito with cheese at Whataburger. Check it out. Might have to get one after the ball game tonight. Here's Westwood back out. They go right to left. Dropping back, Martinez looking for Lyndon Jones. Jones turns upfield at midfield, gets to the 40, the 35, the 40. He's actually dropped, or the 35-30 as it would be. He's dropped at the 30. Counting backwards. I'll tell you, it's weird without that crowd sound, isn't it? A little discombobulated here. I'm like, okay, counting backwards.
He's got some elite speed there and ability to make defenders miss. And all it takes is one little stutter step, and it looked like he went from the 45-yard line down to the 30 in the snap of a finger.
They set it down at the 31. First down play coming up. Motion man's Jing across. On the give, it is Anderson. Big gaping hole right up the gut. Bounces it to the 25 all the way down to the 21-yard line. 9 yards, just shy of the first down. So to bring up second down and a yard.
Yeah, good punishing run there from Anderson. He's going to get tackled, but he's going to let those linebackers know, if you're going to tackle me, you're going to take a little bit of hurting.
Clock rolling, 8:10 to go here in the contest. Out of the gun is Martinez. Trips to the far side, motion man across is Jing. Single receiver to the near side's Jones. On the give, Anderson hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Great defensive swarm there. One man there. Sophomore linebacker Jay White with the hit and the drop.
Yeah, good well-timed blitz there by White. Busting through the hole to blow up that play. make sure they don't give up any yards. But 3rd and short here, convert, let that clock roll, and try and get into the end zone.
3rd down and 1, just shy of the red zone at the Vista Ridge 22-yard line with the clock rolling at 7:37 in a 21-0 ball game. Westwood leads. Trips to the far side, actually in the slot, and now the slot man across is Jing. Going to call his own number. Martinez trying to get to the edge, and he will pick up the first down by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Just barely. And one thing I noticed here on this play, as this quarterback draw comes out, gets pushed around out to the boundary, is Jing is over there supposed to be a lead blocker, and Martinez is out running him.
Yeah.
And that's that's good because you got a fast quarterback, but maybe like to see a little more patient running from Martinez on these 3rd.
Man, that'll erase a really nice play.
Yes, it does, unfortunately. Because that flag came out very quickly, immediately after the ball was snapped and thrown directly here on the near side at that pair of receivers we had down here. Not exactly sure which two it was that were lined up down on our near side.
So they're going to tack on 5 yards. It'll bring up 1st down and 15. Clock already rolling. So Martinez, he's got Jing and Lyndon Jones are going to split out here to the near side. In the slot over on the right side is Anderson. And then Mazzola and Hegde to the far side. Empty backfield set out of the pistol. Here's Martinez showing the linebacker blitz, throwing the deep ball over the middle. This is Mazzola. He'll have to stretch out for it just a little long. Boy.
Just a pretty looking ball, but just gets a little bit too much on it. And that's one of those where if you're a couple inches taller, you make the catch.
Yeah.
But good ball, good route. Just couldn't quite get the connection there. Love the play call, though. Trying to just go ahead and slam the door on this game. And
that really was a great play call, because with the time left on the clock, 6:44, you've got 1st and 15. Why not take a shot?
Might as well, absolutely. If you get the touchdown, awesome. If not, you've got enough time to run a few plays here, run some time off the clock, and try and pick up this 1st down.
From the Vista Ridge 26, 2 receivers split to each side and time called. And that will be the first of the half for Westwood. So now each team with 6:44 showing on the game clock. In a 21-0 ball game, Westwood really taking control here in the second half. Let's quickly look at our Whataburger 13-6A scoreboard. Cedar Ridge, talk about taking control, 56-14 over Leander. Round Rock leads McNeil. That's 47-34 in that ball game.
Can I use my overtime card here?
Did you see it? No, I was going to say.
No.
You may need it twice.
That's what. How much time is left in that one?
That one there is 6:19 in the 3rd over at Dragon Stadium.
I'll hold on to it as of right now.
They're starting the 4th. Hendrickson is within 10. It's 23-10 at Vandy.
Ooh,
or at the field.
That Hendrickson defense looks like they've come out to play and they're giving up no points here in the second half so far. So going into the 4th.
Well, we got a double overtime.
I'm gonna hold on to my overtime card for right now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens as we get towards the end of this one.
As long as there's no overtime here.
I'm okay with that.
Because I've got a funny feeling. I think we got a gully washer coming here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to beat out this weather, I feel like. But that clock likes to be rolling right about now.
2nd down and 15. Trips to the far side, 2 to the near side as Jones is in the slot over on the right side. Motion man is Jing coming across. Here's Martinez rolling right, looking, sets, complete, wide open at the 15, the 10, easily into the end zone. Mohan Hegde's 2nd touchdown of the night, this time 26 yards, or Hegde's 1st.
And he takes a little spill there on a celebration jump, but really deserved to get a touchdown there after he got that huge play that was negated by the interception. But just sits down in the middle of the defense there, and a little throwback across his body from Martinez to Hegde, who just strolls into the end zone untouched.
Cactus Jack Elliott stays perfect. I like saying that.
Oh, he missed it.
Oh, he missed it. Well, I like saying it so much, I just say it without even watching.
He must have pushed that a little bit right, because that looked like a pretty good kick from here.
Man, first miss of the night. The only negative we've seen here so far for Westwood.
That's about the only thing you can say, because he's been perfect.
6:35 to go in the ball game. Westwood adds another 27-0. Westwood leads over Vista Ridge. As we said, a technical glitch or something. So
I don't know what exactly it was, but
that's why Dr. Sankow is trying to get you a little bit of background there to buffer it just a little bit so it doesn't sound like we're a short kick. That one goes out of bounds. Otherwise, because if we don't have something in the background, it's going to sound like we're in the bathroom.
Yes.
And we're not. Yeah, DJ Dr. Sankow tonight as this is going along. So started out quick for Westwood, 82-yard reception. Oliver Yu on the first play of the ball game. 7-0 at the half, but they've opened it up here. 13-yard run from Nate Anderson made it 14-0. Luca Mazzola, 13-yard touchdown pass from R.J. Martinez, 21-0. And now Mohan Hegde, 26-yard strike from Martinez. Missed extra point, and we stand at 27-0.
Yeah, just an unfortunate missed extra point there. You know, we love to see Cactus Jack kicking those through the uprights, but thankfully, as of right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to affect the outcome of the game. But
yeah, get that miss out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Cantu immediately looking downfield. This one complete over the middle, slicing the coverage is once again Adam Fogg. And that'll be a first down. Is that over on the Westwood side of the field? They spot it at the 46. And here's the first down play. Quickly back, Cantu. Mayberry in the backfield. Pass complete on the near sideline. Driven out of bounds as this time it's Bryce Jones. Jones, 12 yards on first down. That'll be another first down for for Vista.
Yeah, Cantu running this 2-minute drill, just trying to move as quickly as possible here. Seems to be running it pretty well, hitting these quick throws out to the sidelines, trying to get some points on the board, give themselves a chance to get back in this game.
Looks like we do have a few defensive changes for the good guys. Play action fake, Cantu underneath. That one a little high. Diving effort there from Podolak. And it'll be incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up. Changes in the ball game. It looks in the secondary there for Westwood.
And now we got a late penalty flag coming on.
And we'll wait on the call. There is another change. Checking in now is DJ Hill, the junior. He'll play along that defensive front. Also in the ball game. So we'll wait on the call. Looks like it's against Westwood. So they'll march this one off.
Just doing everything they can to try and keep trying to knock out this shutout that we're trying to finish off here.
Ben Jensen in the secondary as well for Westwood. So after the mark-off, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Vista. Cantu, 3-step drop, throwing this direction. That one over the head. Threw that into double coverage as he had his man, Caleb Cross, the junior wide receiver. Just led him a little too long. Penalty markers in the backfield.
More dirty laundry.
No, I tell you, we were moving along pretty nicely here. And a holding call against Vista.
Yeah, okay. That sounds nice.
You know, this game is actually, we talked about it in the early stage of it, it was a little sloppy.
Yeah, and it's starting to go back towards that direction.
Yeah, it's getting there again.
We sloppy a little bit there in the first quarter. Second and third quarter seemed to move pretty quickly, pretty clean game, and now we're getting back here into the back end of the game. More penalties, maybe a little frustration from Vista Ridge.
From the 35, 1st and 20. This one complete on the near side at the 30, pounding his way down to the 27-yard line, make it the 26. As hauling in the reception, this time it's Trey Walker, senior running back. So you've got Walker and Mayberry, two backs in the backfield working right now for this Vista Ridge offense. Splits a tight end way out on the far side in a 2-receiver set to each side. Mayberry stays in. Here's Cantu looking, gets away from the coverage, slips underneath at the 30, running at the 25, and dumps it out of bounds. Here's a penalty marker at the end of the play, and that one was thrown in the direction of the coverage where DeBerry was.
They're probably going to get him for a defensive holding. I don't think it was anywhere near pass interference, but they may get him for a holding call there. And more slop, as we talked about earlier.
I'll tell you. Clock stops, 5:31 to go. Oh, my goodness. 8:12 to go at the field. Vandy, 26. Hendrickson, 20.
Ooh, big time.
Man, getting tight. You can actually, that Vandy game is available right here at kmaxsports.com. Don't turn us off, but if you have another device, click that thing on and listen. 2 receivers to each side. Here's Cantu. His swing pass complete. Nice open field tackle. That's why this kid's in the ball game, DeBerry, as he makes a great stop there on Walker.
Yeah, he came in for Demetrius Jones after Jones picked up that foolish unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but hasn't really missed a beat. And that's always nice to have a strong 2 deep there.
Webster on Hoover over on the far side. I like that matchup. Here's Cantu. He goes that direction. Webster hauls it in at the 7 and is driven out of bounds there. We'll have to check the spot. Thought he was at the stick, but he will get that forward progress. They're going to set him down at the 7. Needed to get to the 6.5. And it'll bring up 3rd and 1 from the 7. Here's Cantu, going to give it to Mayberry. Spins, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and is stopped at the 5. That'll be a first down. Nice job by Mayberry to get off that initial.
First contact there in the backfield. Could have stopped that first down yardage, but a good spin move to get off that first block or that first man, and just fell forward for the extra couple that he needed.
Clock rolling, 4:31. Here in the ball game. Here is Vista Ridge in the red zone. 1st and goal from the 5. Drew Cantu out of the gun. Rolling right. And this one whistled dead. Boy, I tell you, more yellow on the green here.
Let the boys play.
Yeah.
That's somebody's son.
Yeah. Come on, man. Don't you know the rain's coming?
Yeah, the rain.
The rain's coming and we don't have a crowd mic. Come on. This is where we need to have YouTube on in the background.
Right. Just pull up one of those 3-hour-long videos. It's just like crowd noise.
Yeah, exactly. Had a buddy that told me he used to run his radio show and he had bar sounds in the back, and he was always from a bar. He never said where.
That's so funny.
Cantu rides the fake, and that one, all kinds of contact in the end zone, incomplete. That was some massive contact down there as he was looking to get it to Podolac. And we've got a Warrior down.
I believe
that was a clothesline there.
I believe that's our boy, Zach Hoover.
Yep.
First time we've called his name tonight, and that's honestly a good thing because they haven't been.
They don't want to go to him.
They don't want to go near him, and he comes over there, and I think he might have just got the wind knocked out of him there, but makes a great play to break up that ball. But yeah, like we said, you put him on an island, he'll cover your best guy one-on-one, and you best not throw his direction or he'll make you pay.
Yeah, it definitely. We have not called his name very often, but they're just not going that way. I mean, if you watch a film, you know that he's a lockdown back there, and you can't go there. Round Rock 53, McNeil 34, 3:18 to go in the third there, or in the third. Man, third? Jeez. Man.
Yeah, there's been a lot more running going on in this game, I guess, because I'm looking at some of these scoreboards and they started the same time we did. There's still 8-9 minutes left in the third, and we're 4 minutes left in the fourth here.
We'd be done by now if we didn't have all these flags right here at the end of this. 2nd down and 10 from the 10. 2nd down and goal for Vista Ridge. Here's Drew Cantu as he takes a snap and gives all the way down to the 4-yard line as he gives it to the second man through, Trey Walker. Walker just shy or just past the 5. They set him down at the 4.
Moving quick.
And here's Cantu on the 3rd down and goal play from the 4. Cantu hands Mayberry running left. He's into the end zone. 4-yard run. Touchdown, Vista.
And I have a feeling that one's going to eat away at this defense a little bit. They had multiple chances to stop this team from getting to the end zone on this drive alone. You know that those kids wanted to pitch the shutout tonight, but you really can't be mad about it. It's been a fantastic defensive game all around from this side of the ball.
Here's Seth Hughes for the extra point. This one up and good. 3:38 to go, and Vista Ridge gets on the board. The new score here from Gupton, Westwood 27 and Vista Ridge 7. So again, other than that blemish right there and a little bit of sloppiness, this team started out on a tear, and then it kind of cooled off, but they seem to hit their stride. And again, this Stephen, I think you'll agree, a much better indication where you've got, again, you had the Hendrickson game last week, but that's Hendrickson, Vandy, they're kind of in their own world right now.
Yeah,
this is a little more real life right here.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you 100%. And you're going to play those top 2 or 3 teams in the district, and they're going to do what they do. And if you can play an outstanding game and maybe get a result, you'd love to have that. But whenever you play the teams there towards the middle or middle bottom of the districts, you got to come out here and really show what you've got. And tonight, that's exactly what we've seen. This game could easily be 45, 52-7 right now had they finished off those 2 or 3 extra drives there in the first half and put points on the board. But really just an overall dominant night in all phases of the game from the Westwood side. And that's really what you wanted to see. You could tell these kids had put that big loss from last week behind them, and they came out hungry and ready to show the rest of this district, hey, that's not who we are. We've got some ball players on this team, and we're not an easy W.
Great bounce back game. Yeah, absolutely. Onside kick probably coming on here. You got the hands team out there. Hughes lays that one down, but it's whistle dead right away. Well, good time to tell you our fourth quarter with 3:38 remaining. Our fourth quarter presented by Torchy's Tacos, a nice homegrown taco restaurant from Austin. And that's just as with so many things that you look around the country, something homegrown right out of Austin, Texas has now made its way to 17 cities around the United States. And some of these big, large metropolitan cities, you hear their newest rage is Torchy's Tacos. Well, it all started right here in Austin. And, of course, the popular location for the Westwood faithful is right there at 11521 Ranch Road 620, located right there at Anderson Mill and 620. So when you need that taco fix, that's the one to hit if you're in that Westwood area. Anderson Mill at 620. Torchy's Tacos presenting our fourth quarter here tonight in a 27-7 game.
I love me some Torchy's Tacos.
You and me both, my man. You and me both.
Great. Sundays actually go up there kind of 10:30 or 11 right before NFL games kick off.
Yep.
Get a couple of mimosas maybe and some tacos.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
See, we need to have some sponsors that aren't going to make me fatter or drunk. Here's Hughes' onside kick. That one is down. Who's that? That's Ethan Brown.
Yes, it is.
Nice job by Ethan Brown to
great
jump on
hands, because that was a great attempt at an onside kick. Good spin on the ball, but Ethan Brown steps in front of it, secures the ball, and then just falls down.
Yeah. Smart play.
Wherewithal, know that he can't advance the onside kick, doesn't try to run, maybe lose the ball. He just falls down, says, you know what? You got 3:37, 20-point lead. Give the ball to my run game, and beat this lightning out of here. It's still kind of flashing a little bit up there.
Ethan Brown, another one in those great line of those kids there. Of course, Amy Brown, one of our good friends, longtime supporter of Westwood football, longtime supporter of this broadcast team. Man, he is having one heck of a senior season, Ethan Brown. 1st and 10, just shy of the midfield stripe. The Westwood offense trots back out. And here's the first down play coming up as Owsley now takes the helm of the offense, and he will give it. Trying to find some running room. Nothing there. But we'll lose a yard. I believe that is Mario Debs. So other than Owsley in the ball game, well, actually we do have some changes over on the outside as Joseph Kubelka has checked in as a split in over here on the near side. Oliver Yu is back in the game again.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Kyle Oakes as well. Robbie Jing. 2nd down and 11, 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Here's Tavon Owsley looking towards the sideline. Play clock at 9. Now shifts Debs out in motion. Owsley's going to call his own number. He got all kinds of running room off of the left guard and quickly picks up 12 yards down to the 39 for a Westwood first down. That may be the icing right there.
Yeah, he was looking at the sideline as the play clock was running down. It was like, I'm so happy you're calling this play right now, because he saw it, and there was nobody in the middle. Good blocking up front, and he took off, and he's got some wheels on him. And when you can bring in that quarterback run game, it adds an extra player that you have to put a man on when you're playing man-to-man, and it just brings a whole new option to the game.
Going right to left, trips to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Here's Owsley being conservative, just running left, and he's down at the 35 after a 4-yard gain. And again, Coach Rodney Vincent, Anthony Wood, they're coaching brothers, they're friends. Not going to do anything here, not piling anything on at this point.
I want absolutely no need for that. This is not like a college football game where you need style points for any reason. You play everybody in the district, and you know who the top teams are. You just got to get out with a win. There's no need to take a shot at the end zone here. Run this last minute 45 out, and they like you said, great respect for one another.
Cameron Telesforo checks in as a tight end. And here is the fake off the jet sweep. And Owsley's got running room at the 35, the 25 down to the 20. But as Owsley's running there, he'll forget about respect. He'll say, man, I'm going to the end zone.
Well, no, then that's one of those things where you can't expect your high school athletes to stop at the 1 yard line and fall down. Like, that's not going to happen. They want to get their touchdowns, but you're not going to overtly call like a play action.
Yeah, run a flea flicker.
Right. You're not going to run anything like that. They're just running simple quarterback draws here, and Owsley's just such a good athlete that he's making people miss, and he's getting extra yardage out of it. And here we go. I think we might see the victory formation here now.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the red zone. Red zone opportunity presented by Whataburger, and fumble on the play. I think Vista picks that up. They were trying to move the pile. The ball squirts loose. And with 53 seconds remaining, we see our second turnover of the night for Westwood. Well, the turnover battle's even tonight, 2-2.
Yeah, just kind of a strange thing there. The ball, I think, hit Owsley's hands, and he just didn't quite have a hold of it because it squirted forward. And I don't know if they were trying to run a kneel down or if they were trying to run a QB sneak or something, but the ball squirted forward right into the defensive tackle's hands.
Yeah. Well, Vista will get another shot. So the Vista Ridge offense makes their way out. Boy, you see the wind starting to pick up. These flags are really getting a little animated here around John Gupton Stadium. I got a weather alert a while ago. It said heavy rain in Round Rock. So that front must be arriving. Our AccuWeather. 1st and 10. Here's Cantu's pass. That one, great coverage back there. Penalty marker on the play as he was trying to get to Caleb Cross.
I think that I didn't see much in that. I saw a good defensive play. Maybe had him wrapped up around the back, but he dove in front of it and made a play on the ball. But they're probably going to get him for a pass interference.
And they will begin to mark this one off with 47 seconds remaining here in the ball game. A race to the clock, a race to the weather. Again, next week it's Round Rock, so the battle for the bell, that'll be coming up. Round Rock was in control over McNeil, so you could have a couple of teams coming off of or with really good momentum into the battle of the bell. Here's Cantu rolling right, looking downfield. He's got all kinds of time. He's got wide open field in front of him and dumps this one off on the sideline complete.
Don't do
careful
that.
there.
Don't do that.
Cross hauls that in, and tell you, just a little aggressive there from Ben Jensen.
Yeah, a little bit, Mr. Jensen. He was out of bounds. He'd been out of bounds for about 2 seconds when he wrapped him up and threw him to the side. Lucky to not get a penalty flag there.
They set it down at the Vista 41. New set of downs, 1st and 10, 39 seconds remaining. Here's Cantu, makes the play call. They go left to right, single receiver to the near side, one back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the far side. Cantu slightly rolling right, plants, throws, looking incomplete. Once again, I'll tell you, on this drive, he has been going to Caleb Cross, trying to find him.
We haven't seen
right on the
Fogg
edge.
Really much in this fourth quarter, it seems like. So I don't know if he's just resting or what, but it seems as though Cross has turned into the main target here.
So here is the 2nd down and 10 play coming up from the Vista Ridge 41-yard line. Cantu out of the gun, one back there. May have been a little bit of movement. They'll let that one go. Cantu plants, throwing the deep ball, looking for Cross again. Incomplete. His back on the coverage was Malachi Woodard. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 with 25 seconds remaining. Over at Dragon Stadium, 11:34 remaining. It is now 53-41.
Oh.
Plenty of time there in that one. The weather may be an issue there before too long, because I got a text from my wife. She's at that game, or she was. She was heading for the shelters, leaving.
What are we looking like up there in Pflugerville?
That game there is still 8:12 remaining, 26-20. Vandy leads Hendrickson. Swing pass complete. Ooh, in and out of the hands there at the 38-yard line as he was trying to swing that out to his man on the outside edge. Spencer Rudd, the running back. I think Rudd was taking 3 steps forward already.
Yeah, he. What I was always told growing up by my grandfather is you got to catch it before you can run. And he was looking at the wide open grass in front of him before he caught the ball, and just a really unfortunate drop there for him. Brings up 4th and 10.
Boy, Lozano Sissoko checks in, number 34 here by himself. That is a tall young man right there. Look at the legs on that guy.
Absolutely, and he's got some quicks, it looks like, and they were gonna go to him, but
no, another sack in the ball game. This time, DJ Hill with some help from his buddy Jackson Metzger. And that'll about do it right there.
Yeah, that'll do it. Ended the first half on a sack. How about you in the game on a sack? Just really punctuates how good this defense played all night tonight. You really got to give it up to them. Gave the offense good field position all night, and really, other than that late touchdown that Vista Ridge just put on the board, and really almost a perfect game, you'd like to say, from this defense.
Yeah, and you really have to you look at this team, and 2 things that really jump out if you're familiar with Westwood football. Actually, Johnny Baeza, who does the play-by-play for Vista Ridge, was asking me about this team, about the Westwood team earlier today via text, and he said, I know Westwood likes to throw, so weather could be a factor. I said, Westwood can run the ball now, and Westwood has never been a huge running team, but, man, that's a nice addition. The other thing is defense. Westwood's always had a good defense, not this good.
No, this defense is something else. But you going back to the running game, you've got Mario Debs, you've got Nate Anderson, but then you've also got R.J. Martinez in the backfield who can run, and you got Owsley as well, who showed you on the previous drive three plays, 3 runs, about 25, 30 yards.
Yep. Clock expires. Final here from Gupton. Westwood wins 27-7. Over Vista Ridge to go 1-1 in district. Much needed win, boy, to get that thing even back up and just get past that Hendrickson ball game. As Steven said, just great balance. Pretty complete ball game tonight for Westwood.
Yeah, I was working on all phases, and we've said it enough tonight. But really, if I'm giving out game balls, I'm giving that defensive front 4 the game balls tonight because
absolutely
they were plugging up holes. I mean, I think 3 or 4 sacks tonight.
Yep.
So
couple of turnovers.
Couple of turnovers. Absolutely complete game all around. But, yeah, those front 4 really showed out tonight and really what they needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at our Whataburger scoreboard. We'll just roll right into that one here as we get set to go. Leander trailing Cedar Ridge in the 4th. That's a 63-21 ball game. Round Rock and McNeil, 11:34. Yeah, 53-41. They still could have some fireworks there. Over at Bible, A&M Consolidated is all over Rouse right now. About 6 minutes to go there. It's 42-9. Taylor leads Salado. That's a 35-19 ball game. Medina Valley and Lockhart have finally gotten to the half, and they're tied at 7. In AISD action, Crockett leads Lanier 45-13. LBJ leads McCallum. Boy, McCallum is they lose their coach to Pflugerville, and they just go. I mean, they're having a terrible year. 34-7 is the score there. Belton leads Harker Heights 41-0. Lake Travis, as they go to the 4th, leads Aikens 51-7. Rain delay in Hayes County 14-0 there as Hayes leads Anderson. Going to the 4th quarter, Del Valle leads Bowie. That's a 7-0 score. Westlake leads Austin High 54-0 in the 3rd quarter. And also a 3rd quarter score, Liberty Hill 68, Conley 21.
That's what I was just looking at. Liberty Hill put up 61 points in the first half.
It's unbelievable.
That is just absolute
That is crazy.
Savagery.
That is crazy. Our final here, 27-7. Nice game for Westwood. Great fan contingent making their way over. I think they're going to probably try to get back and beat whatever we may have lurking around us. But a good quality win, a good team win, And they'll get ready to go against Round Rock. And you see what Round Rock's doing right now. And as we were talking earlier, that Round Rock game has kind of been circled of a game that could really shift what happens into the third season. And Westwood wins, Round Rock looking like they're going to win. That's going to be a huge one next week.
Yeah, it's one of those where you mentioned it earlier. There's kind of that 2 to 3 school battle for that 4th playoff spot, and this is the Round Rock is one of them, and Westwood is one of those schools right there, kind of lingering in that 4, 5, 6 range in this district, and so you really need to get that win.
It's a big one.
If you see this team that came to play tonight next week with a good game plan, and this defense playing the way it's playing. And maybe finishing those drives on the offensive end in the first half. This is a really scary team whenever they're playing like they are.
It really is.
Like we mentioned, I mean, there could have easily been 21 more points on the board for Westwood tonight. So really just you want to see this team week in and week out from here on out, getting those big district wins that you need to make it to the playoffs.
And really cool, the team over there, they're high-fiving with the tribe. That's really cool that they acknowledge the student section over there. WarriorSports.org, the official website of Westwood Warrior Football, the Westwood Warrior Football Booster Club. Thanks to all the sponsors, ATX Football. That's the Austin Youth Football League right there in Northwest Austin. Follow them on Facebook at ATX Youth Football. Of course, Fabulous Affairs Catering, talked about them, FabulousAffairsCatering.com. Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery, brand new location right there on the northwest corner of 183 in Mopac. Flicks Brew House in Round Rock, Nasal and Sinus Center of Austin. Torchy's Tacos, we've been talking about Whataburger all season, 620 and Lake Creek Parkway. Go check them out. Jenny Ray Photography, and of course, our man Ed Lundry, the Family Matters team. Full staging service, whatever you need. For over 20 years, he's been one of the top realtors in Austin. Good buddy of mine, as a matter of fact. Ed Lundry Real Estate, really good guy to the Westwood family. So again, the final 27-7 next week. We are on the air. 6:45 will be our pregame, our chat with the chief. That may be an extended one. We may push that to 6:40. We'll see what happens. 7 o'clock will be the kickoff from the reservation as the Battle of the Bell. The original Round Rock ISD schools mix it up with a lot on the line.
Oh, yeah. Battle of the Bell, got to get in there, get a W. Quick update from Pflugerville. They are now in a delay. So with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the game, they're in a delay. So that's got to be really frustrating. Glad we avoided that. We got out of here. So yeah, what do you say?
This game flew.
This game flew by. Lots of running. Kept the clock moving. Other than the kind of the sloppy play that we talked about in the first quarter and the fourth quarter, real fast-paced game, which is something that was really necessary tonight because we got to keep these kids, kids and fans and coaches and safe. So glad we got the game through because you don't want one of those situations. I believe it was Westlake that traveled up to the DFW area and had to cancel the game at halftime. And that's just a game. That's a half of football that they lost and unable to count that towards the record. So really glad to get this district win. Move to 1-1 in the district. And moving forward into Round Rock next week.
That's it. Going to be a good one. Got to give a big thanks. Brenda McLaughlin back at the KMAX Sports broadcast studios, our QA tonight, and we did have some issues. Just crazy stuff happening around here, but it all worked out. Big thanks. Dr. Sankow back behind us. DJ Sankow tonight. He's twisting and tweaking those dials, making sure, most importantly, this thing stayed on the air. That was going to be the hardest part. Of course, Stephen Kabler right here next to me doing that great color analysis of everything, breaking everything down, man. Glad you are with this crew, man. We appreciate it. We love having you here with us. My name is Rodney Rodriguez. We're going to bid you adieu one final time from Gupton Stadium. Westwood goes to 3-1, 1-1 in 13-6A. Final score of 27-7. 6:45 pregame from the reservation coming up next Friday night. Battle of the Bell, 7 o'clock. Westwood takes on Round Rock. We're out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.